We are not experts. Do not take advice from us. We are just people talking on the internet. We are not experts.
And welcome to Say Less, Say More. The trio you never knew you needed. Go and get your money, little duffel bag boy.
Little duffel bag boy.
And tonight, we got a little bit of everything for you. Because we be seeing these men drinking these bitch-ass drinks. So we going to talk about it.
Oh, man.
Yo, of course, we got some coaching carousel for you. Bill Belichick gets snubbed by the Hall of Fame?
Cheater.
How we feeling about marriage these days? What does 2-5 hate? Jack got a movie for us. All that and much more. And of course, you know we got a little bit of the Joe Budden podcast for you. But I got the gang with me. The one and only Somerville's own
Gra, gra, gra.
Bang Bang Niners gang.
Gra, gra, gra.
El Residente. And then with the baby hat, you know what I'm saying? We got this guy, Cry Eagles Cry. Changes his name every week. What's his AKA this time?
Come on, man. You already know what it is. It's your host with the most, Finding Nemo, a.k.a. Nemo Hose, a.k.a. Ringo Mandingo, a.k.a. Swaggy J, a.k.a. Do the Damn Thing, Radical Jack, Fly Eagles Fly. Talk shit or die trying, nigga. What's up?
All right. Well, let's hop right into it, guys. Now, you know, Streets is watching. You know what I'm saying? What y'all been up to this week?
I recently was back into the employment game.
Nice.
So, you know,
Hold on.
You know, the kid been sitting, chilling, you know, collecting that government cheese, you know, since October, you know what I'm saying, over here on welfare. So, you know, I finally decided to relinquish my food stamps, you know, and get back into the workforce, man. So, you know, as of Monday, I start at the warehouse making a cool $10.50 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Hard worker. You know what I'm saying? About to get my rap career started. No big deal, man. You already know.
Word.
He's lying.
Word.
That's
All right,
great.
Rez.
Congratulations, dog. Congratulations. Big week for the guy. As I mentioned, you know, last week, I had the profound honor of being the recipient of the 2026 Martin Luther King Picture Awards. Shout out to thank you. Shout out to Representative Wendell Gilliard and Project Cool Breeze for, you know, the 28th annual. I didn't realize this event's been happening for 28 years. Every year they honor I think it's between 8 and 11 people who do community work, and the people that I was on the stage with really were legends. People that have really been doing this work for a really long time. So for me to be up there with them was quite humbling. The keynote speaker was actually Jonathan Jackson. Congressman Jonathan Jackson of Illinois, who's the son of Jesse Jackson. So and I ended up having lunch with him after it by happenstance, but having a great conversation. So shout out to him. Shout out to Representative Wendell Gilliard. Shout out to Representative J.A. Moore. And shout out to my mom. My mom came out there. It was really dope for her to be there. We received like I got a really big picture of Martin Luther King that I'm going to put somewhere in my office very soon. But it was a great week, man. Just a reminder that, you know, people do see what you do, you know, and again, like I said last week, like we don't do it for awards, but when you are acknowledged, it does feel pretty cool to feel seen. So shout out to them and shout out to everybody else that was a winner.
For sure. All right, now, for those of you who didn't take my black card, you know what I'm saying, because I married that white girl, y'all might want it after y'all found out I went to the opera. And I was sitting there, and to make it even worse, it was actually pretty cool. Nice voice, Isabel Leonard. Shout out, but what's with the clapping every couple minutes, man? Like literally, we were clapping more than we were listening to music. Like all her songs had like 12 words. And then like people just started clapping. And I'm all out of place because I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. You know what I'm saying? Then they brought out the orchestra, right? And it was awesome. They had the violins, the cellos, the mandolins, all that stuff. And they was playing some Beethoven and whatnot. I was getting into my groove. And then she came back out. And then she go and tell us, because she didn't have time to meet and greet, right? And so she was like, I'm going to give y'all one more song, like an extra song. And I'm like, oh shit, an extra 15 words. Here we come. You know what I mean? But it was still a good time, though. Like, even though I'm making light of it, it was fun. It was different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm going to necessarily do it again, but it was cool.
I think it's cool that you did that with your lady. We talked last week. We talked last week about planning dates, and so I'd love to see you taking that step, with your lady. And I hope that the fellas that are paying attention to the Say Less Say More podcast, you guys are not just getting little stuff that you can like talk about at the water cooler, but like some real stuff that you can use in your life. So that's definitely one of those things. So shout out to 2-5 for really taking that initiative. Shout out to you, my guy.
Boom. Now, let's get down to business.
Let's
get down to business.
How many of y'all out there drinking Reds? And for those of you that are, do you consider yourself a man?
What?
Nope. Hell no.
I don't know what Reds are.
Reds are an apple cider. So it's for people who are too pussy to drink beer. So they drink apple cider instead because it's hard. So it's like a 5.4% alcohol. So they're like, yo, this is tough. Like this is a tough beer, and it's like, yo, if you're too gay to drink beer, just say that.
So this topic came up, right? Because we're having a conversation about different things that people drink, right? And we stumbled into the conversation about the fact that different people like different drinks. So we decided to have a conversation about things that Jack thinks are not manly drinks, because I think Jack is the one that really stands on this side of it. Because I'm gonna tell you, I like my alcohol to taste good. I don't want my alcohol to taste like alcohol. I don't get off on tasting nasty stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I eat my veggies,
time.
so I've been eating nasty stuff my whole life. I eat my Brussels
veggies aren't
sprouts.
nasty. Veggies can be delicious.
Hey, I eat my quiche. I eat my squash.
You know what I'm saying? Weird.
Exactly.
Well, like
don't ever trust him.
Well, like a good example of what Rez is talking about is all these different versions of Johnny Walker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess any kind of scotch, really, for the most part. Like, it tastes like you're literally drinking isopropyl. You know what I'm saying? And like, look, I know that the smoothness is there.
Uneducated out there, that's alcohol.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I prefer witch hazel actually, but I was drinking this stuff, and it's like, why do people drink this? And so I was talking to this guy. He's a drink connoisseur, and he told me that you got to put a splash of water, just a splash, into the scotch to unlock the flavors. And it was like, but it still don't matter because my throat is burning. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I taste a little hint here and there, but I don't want a hint. I want to taste it. Pause.
Yeah. Pause. Super pause. God damn.
I said it.
Go ahead,
Riz, the drinks that I like I like, Jack, you've tasted the drinks that I make. Like, I like drinks that taste good. So I'll have a tequila. Like, I'll rock with tequila. I got bourbon. I got whiskey. I got gin. I have all the triple. I got blue curacao. I got triple sec. I got sangrias, I got margarita mix, I got all the things, right? And I like have, and you see, I got high quality liquor. It's just I want my high quality liquor to taste good. So by all means, I'm drinking the same amount of alcohol you're drinking. It's just gonna taste better.
No, so this is where everything gets mixed up, right?
All right, Cook, do your thing because you're the one you're the specialist.
As the alcoholic, they say specialist, but I'm alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, all that good stuff, whatever. It's in my blood. It is what it is. Some people look at it as a bad thing. I don't. I like to drink and I can handle more than you. It is what it is. But right now I'm drinking Whistle Pig, right? Whistle Pig is a high quality liquor. About 96 proof. The one that I got, it's the 6-year aged. For my birthday, my wife took me to the distillery, so at the end of the day, man, I'm an alcohol connoisseur. I like whiskey. I'm really big on whiskeys and bourbons. What it comes down to, honestly, you don't have to be a bitch. It's just if you're gonna drink to get drunk, then I guess it really doesn't matter. If you're just one of those people that I just want to get slammed and hammered all the time, then this conversation is not for you because you'll drink anything.
You drink Wild Irish Rose.
Yeah, like you're a loser.
You drink Goldschlager.
You'll drink mouthwash.
Oh, if you want to get drunk, just get some Mad Dog 2020. It take you there quicker.
Ugh, that's rough.
Yeah,
but nah, so there's levels to this, right? So you got your, for the sake of legality, you got your 21 to 26-year-olds, right? Your 21 to 26-year-olds, those are beginner drinkers, right? Those are people that don't know anything about liquor. They're new to the game. So, what are they thinking? Oh, man, that stuff's nasty, like a little bitch. I don't want to drink anything that's going to burn my throat or put, it's too much. So what do they typically go for? They're going to get the Amsterdams and the Sveckas, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get the flavored versions of all the Bacardis, the strawberry and the passion fruit. I don't even know if they do all that anymore because it's just beneath me at this point.
They do.
They're gonna get the Crown Vanillas and Crown Apples and Crown Peach and Parmesan Peach and all this trash.
What's wrong with Crown Apple?
It's dog shit.
Let them cook.
So, when you're out here drinking, I just want everybody to understand this. Alcohol is not good for you. Alcohol is poison to the body. We all understand that. However, alcohol,
everything in moderation,
much like cigars or much like marijuana or to the guy out there who snorts cocaine recreationally, there are levels to it.
Don't do cocaine in moderation.
Leave Michael Irvin out of this.
Hey, look, hey, I heard there was a big snowstorm out in Dallas. But the thing about alcohol
is called The White House, which is hysterical.
So the thing about alcohol is when it's distilled, when it's processed, you get proofs, right? And the proof is the alcohol content that's good for you, right? And it has to be a certain proof in order for it to become whiskey, right? It needs to be 80 proof. If it's not 80 proof, then they got to call it something else, right? Not going to get all scientific and boring on you guys. Bottom line, if you're drinking stuff that's 80 proof, it more than likely it's bottom of the barrel bull jive.
So what's the lowest
your Jim
proof
Beams, your Jack Daniels? You said what's your what?
What's the lowest proof somebody could drink around you for you to respect them?
88. 88,
bro. I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
All right. No, Rez. I don't want you to feel this way, right? It's not about the proof. It's about the fact that if you have money, you should treat your body like you have money. It's not about being bougie. It's about I'm putting quality into my body, right?
Oh, for sure.
Because we already know alcohol is bad. But the thing about it is the cheaper the alcohol, the less that they take out a lot of the additives that come with the process. There's a lot of poisonous things that go into alcohol that's just not alcohol. And these things that affect your body,
going way different than I thought.
It's a lot of stuff that'll affect your body in a way that you don't think about, bro. That's why you get people that have cirrhosis of the liver because you drink really cheap alcohol and it ends up destroying your body at a really high process because you're also adding extra poisons to it. So when you drink, you want to get the higher quality things because you're adding something of taste. You're adding something that matters. So when you're drinking it, it's just the alcohol. It's not all.
Caught me off guard. I thought we were talking about like what drinks classify as bitch drinks and all.
No. I feel you. So you want to roll it back? We could do that too. What classifies as a bitch drink is anything that tastes sweet, fruity. It's I can sip on this all night and I just feel good. If your girl would drink it, more than likely it's a bitch drink. If you would get it for a female, it's a bitch drink.
Can you hold a second, please?
Oh, go ahead.
The thoughts of Xavier Jackson, a.k.a. Radical Jack, are not necessarily the views of Ray John Lewis or Mike Wilson.
As I sip my whistle,
please do not confuse the two. We are not the same. We are very different. Thank you.
There it is.
There you go.
See, when I started drinking, when I was a pup, I used to drink the little hoe ass drinks too. I used to get little cherry vodka sours and old fashions and oh, give me a Long Island and all that kind of gay shit because I was too weak to have a real man's drink. And then I grew up and realized if I'm gonna be drinking and I want to pretend that I care about my body, why would I add alcohol and then put a bunch of other stuff in it that's gonna help my body dehydrate? If I'm gonna put poison in my body, I might as well just put the one. When you're doing all that extra stuff, you're just adding more fuel to the fire. So when
No,
you
you-
drink something like a Crown apple, it's not only just Crown, but now you're doing the additives, and now also you're putting
apples.
the extra sugar. You know damn well ain't no apples in that.
You said
It's
Crown
flavor.
apple.
Yes, it's flavor. It's sugar. It's syrup. So now your body's even more dehydrated. So you feel like even worse. You feel like more shit when you wake up. So
Yeah. I feel great when I wake up when I drink my drinks.
if you
So
drink
put that out
beer,
there.
you know, drink a real beer. Don't do that light stuff. Bud Light, Miller Light. You know, it's gay. Just drink a beer. Be a man.
All right.
So
That's-
where does Crown Black this scale?
Crown Black is a step up. It's better, you know. But
Okay. All right.
hey, I put it like
you
this.
know,
If you ask your
What?
Chat GPT, can I drink this whiskey with a cigar? Let that be your guy, because it'll definitely tell you don't drink a lot of those cheap ass drinks because all it is it'll be smoked out and it'll ruin the cigar experience and everything. So
all right. So Glenlivet it is. Garrison Brothers it is. Woodford Reserve it is.
Stag, come on, 250.
Okay,
He's over there
there
trying
you
to play
go.
with y'all. He know
You
what to
I'm
drink.
saying?
He know what to
No.
drink.
So we joking right now, but what is not a joking matter is who the hell decided not to let Bill Belichick into the Hall of Fame? Like, how did they even arrive at that decision? Like, you know, it's one thing to be like, hey, I don't like this dude. Hey, he's a cheater, whatever you might want to say about the dude. But to keep him out of the Hall of Fame, what's up, guys?
He's a cheater. And apparently somebody in the Hall of Fame was like, I'm gonna be a big hater on this one season that this guy had out of the 20 years that he's been here, and out of the 8 championship, or is it 8 or 7?
Well, he's won 6 with New England. He won 2 as a defensive coordinator with the Giants.
Okay, so out of 8 championships, I'm
in the
gonna
2
take
years that he
one.
won and lost.
Like I'm gonna take.
3?
He lost 2 as a
I thought he lost.
as a head coach. He lost.
I thought he lost 3.
I thought he lost
Eagles, Giants.
to Eagles.
Yeah.
Giants, all 3. So yeah. So he
Okay,
so he
but
went to
even
11.
still, he went to 11 championships, and we're gonna say, "Yo, this dude cheated twice." So you know what? Get him out of here. And really, he only cheated once because like he ain't got nothing to do with flat balls. Pause. So they decided that because this guy is basically untouchable at this point, we're gonna rob him of his first ballot Hall of Fame. Somebody who did that was a hating ass person, and they need to come out and say, hey, it was me. I'm the bitch that hated on Bill Belichick.
They're saying it's Bill Polian, right? That's the
Yeah.
word that Bill Polian.
Yeah, so real quick, there was a rumor, and I heard this on Bomani Jones, that Bill Polian kind of started we're going to make him wait a year since he cheated. And apparently he has a lot of clout in this room. So he's very manipulative and able to get people to see his side of things, I guess. But then there was someone who came out today, and I forgot the person's name, so forgive me. But he was saying that the coaches that you put into the Hall of Fame are on the ballot with the senior people, so the people that have been waiting to get in. And, you know, so he chose to put somebody in that he thought deserved to be in because it was their last chance.
Was that person Roger Craig?
It was not. I believe it was Ken Anderson. I can't remember exactly, but
So did
go
Roger
ahead.
Craig get in?
I don't know. They haven't announced the full
They haven't
list
announced
yet.
yet. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So I think that this is what I say. If Bill Belichick's resume is not enough to be a unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer, there is not a coach that exists or will exist that ever should deserve to be a unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer. That man has done everything. That man has won everything for an extended period of time, had one of the only dynasties that we've seen. He's had the only dynasty we've seen in the 21st century.
Agreed. You're not wrong.
I don't know what else he's done more than Andy Reid. Like, give me another coach. He's done more than
there is nobody else.
Bill Walsh,
Mike Shanahan, George Seifert,
any Bill Cowher.
Mike
Chuck
Tomlin ain't up yet. Yeah.
Like any coach you can think, there is no coach that has done what this man did. This man has more championships than most of the franchises in the NFL.
So you know me. I'm all for individualism.
Yeah.
So if you truly believe
he's a libertarian,
that he's not a Hall of Famer because of the cheating, then stand on that. You know what I'm saying? Just say it. Like, I will not let a cheater in my Hall of Fame, because I bet you they ain't going to make Tom Brady wait.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Especially now that he's up in the media too. Tom Brady is going to get the whole red carpet. You know what I'm saying?
Did Vinatieri get in?
Mike, they haven't announced yet. You know what I'm saying? But I think Vinatieri's already in. But
Patriot, right? Patriot on the teams, right? On those teams, right?
Yeah. He's a finalist. So they haven't announced it yet. But I'm
Did Richard Seymour get in?
I don't think so. Well, and that's another thing that makes Belichick's case for him is that Richard Seymour is a Hall of Famer, 2022. But I didn't realize it.
South Carolina.
But that's the other thing that makes Belichick's case for him. And I said this on Sports Reports Disorder the other night, because when you look at the Patriots, there was never a year that we looked at the Patriots the way we looked at, say, the Eagles last year, or like the Greatest Show on Turf, or, any of those teams of that ilk, any of Peyton Manning, even though Peyton Manning's teams might not have even been better, we still were like, the Colts are going to win. We never looked at the Patriots in that way. And to your point, there's a lot of dudes on those teams like Edelman who showed up big time, who probably won't get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Or at least, or he's gonna wait a while.
There was only one Patriots roster that you ever looked at and said they better.
07 with Randy Moss, and they lost.
And it wasn't even the roster; it was just the fact that they had Randy Moss.
Well, they had Randy. No, they had a nasty. That roster was nasty.
No, so it honestly, it didn't get good until about week 4. Once week 4 hit, it was like, oh, nah, they're really like that.
Yeah. So, but that's going on, in the coaching world. But speaking of coaches, a coach that may not get into the Hall of Fame one day, Mike McCarthy, is the replacement for Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. What say you?
I'll take this one first.
Oh, go ahead.
So I'm going to go ahead and make this call. No, just because he one of the first and the other one. So Mike McCarthy getting hired goes against everything that has really been the Steeler way since their inception. They usually hire a young coach and they keep that coach for a very long time. Mike McCarthy is how old?
400.
He's been a head coach. He's been a head coach in the NFL at least 15 years.
How old do you think he is?
I would say he's probably early 60.
62.
Right. Oh. So 62. So he's not going to coach until he's 82 with the Steelers. That's not going to happen. All right? Because 20 years is normally that run for the Steelers, right?
I think they want him to boost up whoever the next QB is. Maybe.
But again, it's not the Steeler way. The Steeler way is we bring somebody in that's our type of guy that we can keep for a long time, so we can keep our head coach numbers low. It sounds like the Steelers have decided that model is not one they're going to stick to anymore, and we're going to start seeing a lot more coaching shifts. So within the next 3 years, because if the next 3 years looks like the last 3 years of Mike Tomlin, which it won't, it's going to be worse, Mike McCarthy will not be the coach in year 4.
Yo, this will be the first losing season the Steelers have, and it won't be because of the black man, and I'm here for it.
Shout out to that.
So I guess that means Aaron Rodgers will be back then.
Nah, I'm pretty sure. Does he like Mike McCarthy?
Mike McCarthy said, I don't see a reason why he wouldn't come back.
Well, there was a report that came out, and of course, take it with a grain of salt, that Aaron Rodgers would be open to Mike McCarthy before they hired him. So,
Oh, okay.
you know,
So
what I
they
mean? 'Cause I
hired
know-
him for. They
well,
probably hired him for AA Ron.
And they're
Yeah.
not gonna and they're not gonna draft a quarterback if they keep Aaron.
Yeah, because they
he's
got Will
insecure.
Howard that they drafted this year. Of course, you know, Mason Rudolph is always somewhere around, but
Always.
but this quarterback draft is going to be
helmet in
awful.
hand.
This quarterback draft is awful, so that might be next year anyway. So I get it. But how about the Cleveland Browns sending
What'd they do?
shockwaves with the Todd Monken hire?
Who's Todd Monken?
Todd Monken was the OC of the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, okay.
Jack.
Hey, I don't be pretending like I care about.
Well, I think his brother's a better coach. You know, his brother Jeff over at Army. But you know, that's just me.
Love 2-5.
But I
What
do
do you
too,
think,
'cause
2-5?
who the
What come to
hell
you?
is
What do you
that?
think? What are your thoughts, 2-5?
My thoughts are from what I've read about him in the past. You know, he gets the buy-in, but in execution, I don't see it. You know, like you had a weapon in Lamar Jackson, and you had Derrick Henry, and we spent half of the season, even the season they made the AFC Championship game, we spent half that time saying, "Why don't you give the ball to Derrick Henry?" You know, and there's nothing creative about their offense. That was a joke that me and that was a joke that me and Raph had on Sports Reports Disordered. Is like his brother coaches Army and runs the option.
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of creative blocking scheme or, you know, run plays that you can instill when you have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry as your leaders. Now, I thought
Especially 'cause
Cleveland
you're
was
gonna
going
run
to
'em anyway.
hire right, and I thought Cleveland was going to hire Jim Schwartz because I feel like a team like Cleveland needs stability, and you know that defense has been the most stable thing about them for quite some time now. But the other part that caught me off guard about this was that apparently they were sending out quizzes to the coaches, and like it wasn't quite the Wonderlic test, I guess, but Cleveland has bought into the analytics, so they were quizzing their coaches and having them do these. I don't know. It's a mess.
I saw that a lot of the bigger name coaches actually just declined to even interview for the job. Like Mike McDaniel refused to interview. Of course, Tom is denying everything. He's not even interested. And a few of the other like big name like OCs and defensive coordinators, like they just skip past it. They're like, we don't want this. And I was trying to ask myself, is the question because of the history of the Browns, or they just don't want to deal with Shador? Which I'm not sure if they believe.
Hey,
you know, he's a
that's
Pro Bowler.
Pro Bowler Shador to you.
The legendary Pro Bowler. Which
Wait, hold on. He went to the Pro Bowl?
He made the Pro Bowl.
Oh, I wonder if Lisa
7
was talking
touchdowns
about
and 10 interceptions.
Yeah. That's one of the most interesting Pro Bowl selections I've ever.
Well, you
seen
know
in my
they
life.
had to get alternates and whatnot, but how many people said no before they got
That was
to
my
Shador?
question. That was my question. I want to see the list of people that said no before they're like, all right, call Shador.
Yeah, like
Should we stop including the Pro Bowl as like one of the highlights of your career now? Like, is
The Pro
it
Bowl should
just
be canceled. The Pro
I
Bowl
think
should be
we've been.
canceled.
I think we stopped that about 3 or 4 years ago.
2009?
No, like
When did the Pro Bowl stop mattering? What year?
I never cared about the Pro Bowl.
I used to watch it
so
when I was a kid. I used to watch
But
when Jerry Rice was
but
on.
I'm saying like even as a
when
so
Sean
back in-
Sean Taylor was
Taylor
out
died?
there laying people out.
He was laying
Oh.
people out. Yeah, he was.
'cause what Drew Brees killed himself in the Pro Bowl what 2009?
I think that was about right. Yeah.
So I say the Pro Bowl died a couple of years after that, and then like the Pro
Then
Bowl
when they
doesn't
started
matter.
doing a pickup game or whatever it was, I was just like,
It's flag football now. So what I would like to see happen. Sorry, I know this isn't even a topic, but I would like to see them take the Pro Bowl and make it like the All Pro thing. Like just name people to the Pro Bowl team. Like, you know, it's like the All Pro. Like, you know, All Pros, then there's the Pro Bowl, and like maybe like the Pro Bowl because they don't do like second team All Pro. So maybe the second team All Pro becomes the Pro Bowl team.
Yeah,
Right.
because they don't play the game. Like it's not even worth watching. Like y'all said,
It's not. It's not.
yeah.
It's
So,
not. Who's the
guys,
other coach?
guess
Oh,
yeah, I was just
Dabo,
about to
Dabo.
get there.
Oh, I was about
No,
to say
not
American
yet,
football
not yet,
player.
not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I left it off of the rundown on purpose.
Oh, okay. All right.
The Buffalo Bills got a new head coach.
Oh boy.
What's
We
his
need
name?
it.
His name is Joe Brady.
Who the hell's that?
Joe Brady's
You
famous.
know Joe Brady, Riz?
I know who Joe Brady is. Joe
Is it
Brady
Tom's
got
brother?
famous because he was Joe Burrow's quarterback coach. OC
Offensive
at
coordinator,
LSU.
yeah.
At
Yeah.
LSU. And then he got hired by the Panthers, right?
He did.
He got hired by the Panthers. It was not good there. And then where did he go after that?
I think he went straight to Buffalo from there, but he got fired from Carolina.
Yeah, he got fired from Carolina.
Yeah.
it's just-
Like he got fired during the middle of the season, though. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it was
his
like
first
after,
year, right?
I believe so. It was after like 11 or 12 games,
Yeah.
you know, and they fired him. But he, so that's already question number one. You know what I mean? But after Carolina, he went to Buffalo to be the quarterback's coach. Then he became interim offensive coordinator and then offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Nah, it's so back to my question that I had a couple of weeks ago. So whose fault is it going to be when Josh Allen doesn't win the Super Bowl next year?
Joe Brady.
It
I'm
will
about to
not
say,
be
if
Joe
you ask
Brady's
two,
fault.
if you ask
It will
2-5,
not
it'll be
Joe
the
Brady's
coach.
fault.
If you ask
Like,
2-5, it'll be the
like,
coach.
It's
So,
wild to me. Like now it's
No, I blame Josh Allen.
He's so downtrodden. He's so downtrodden. Nobody
Sean
helps him.
McDermott should still be in Buffalo right now.
Nobody helps him. Nobody's gonna do what that team with Sean McDermott did to that team.
Like,
Nobody
that's
they're gonna
crazy.
hire.
That's
Nobody
crazy.
they were gonna hire was gonna do it. So if you,
Well,
that's always my barometer. If I can't bring in somebody better than you, I'm gonna just keep you.
Or you know what I'm saying, if I can't bring in somebody better than you, as a GM, I need to fill out this team better.
Right.
You know what I
that
mean?
too.
And you know, and Keon Coleman already been traded and just don't know it yet.
Dog,
like,
Keon
that was
Coleman
crazy.
catching all, he
So
catching all the
Joe
flack.
Brady is the guy that's going to get us to the Super Bowl.
That's what they say.
No, he
That's
couldn't
what they
get the
say.
Panthers to 3 wins.
But Rez's new favorite quarterback
Hey,
has a new offensive coordinator,
American football player
Who?
Cam Ward.
Ward.
You
Oh,
know,
Lord.
his new offensive coordinator, Brian Daboll. And when he got hired, it was kind of crazy. And actually, I got a thought too that I want to share with y'all. After he got hired, or last year with the Giants, he actually wanted Cam Ward. That was some of the talk, was that he was trying to get the Giants to offer picks so that they could get Cam Ward. So this might be a match made in heaven for him. But Rez, going back to your point about the Steelers, like, I was thinking that them in Tennessee need to swap coaches. Mike McCarthy should be the Tennessee head coach with Cam Ward, and Saleh should be the Pittsburgh Steelers, because identity, first of all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because McCarthy, like, to your point, not only does he not fit because of what the Steelers do, he just doesn't fit the Steelers' identity to begin with.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
But what do you think about Cam Ball with Cam Ward, though?
I like Daboll with Cam Ward as the OC. I love Daboll because that's what he's known for. He's known for being the OC that can work with the quarterback and make the quarterback nice. I think a lot of what we saw in Jackson Dart last year, the good stuff, was Brian Daboll. It's just that Jackson Dart can't stay healthy. Josh Allen, same thing. Now, what I'm going to tell Brian Daboll, and I hope he's listening to this episode, please listen very closely, Brian Daboll, do not give Cam Ward the black man playbook. That man can do everything. That man is a passer. Just because he's black doesn't mean he wants to run. Get that man some receivers and some skill players that know how to catch the ball so that man can show the talent. Because Cam Ward is, as I like to say, a starra.
You know what I'm saying? All right.
A star. I don't know what that means, but Resby saying it is funny as hell.
It is pretty damn funny. But last thing on sports real quick. How about the Hall of Famer primetime Deion Sanders trying to bring discipline into the Colorado program? So listen up here, guys. You know what I'm saying? He is charging, or he's fining his players $500 for being late to practice. If they don't come to practice, $2,500. $2,000 for not showing up to a film session or a meeting, $400 for being late, $1,500 for not showing up for strength and conditioning, $1,000 for being late to treatment, and $2,500 for a violation of team rules. But the biggest fine, $5,000 up to $5,000 for any public or social media misconduct. Thoughts?
Sounds like I'm hitting the transfer portal.
So my question is this, right? Because my assumption is he's doing this because NIL now players are getting money, right? Getting paid by colleges and all that stuff, right? So is this across the board? What if he has a player that's not getting NIL money? Are they subject to the same fines?
Nope. Only the special kids.
So then
Only
how do you legislate that? Because that's what I'm more interested in.
Well, my thought,
I can't make a rule that only applies to a part of my team.
My thought was, what the hell been going on in Colorado? Like, is this a thing? Like, are dudes just not showing up to stuff already?
No, but 2-5, my problem with this, right? My problem with Deion trying to instill discipline is the team doesn't have discipline because of Deion. I made this point since year one. Deion was the person that made a team that won one game, the year before he got there, and won 4 games the year he got there, feel like they were rock stars. So you know what happens when young kids are treated like rock stars? They act
do
like
it
rock stars.
They fuck off, yeah.
You the one that had the Rock on the sideline. You're the one that had the Migos on the sideline. You're the one that was opening your sideline like y'all were the U. Well, you know what happened
I
at the
feel like
U?
they had Wheezy out there too.
Weezy was on the sideline. Dog, do you know what happened at the U when they became rock stars? They acted like rock stars. But the problem
won.
is your team. See, the U started winning and then became rock stars. Colorado didn't even need to win to become rock stars.
They got Deion.
Well, there might be a bigger picture here though, Riz.
Cook.
And this just came to mind as you were saying that. So we gonna act like these dudes are employees now?
Yep.
And that's the problem. They're not. You know what I mean? So that's where you get into, is there some kind of legal issue here down the road?
Which goes back to my first question. Because if cool. I'm this kid's agent because all these kids with NILs have agents, right? I'm this kid's agent. He gets a fine. Guess what I'm gonna do? Hey, yo, I'm gonna call my attorney buddy. Hey, can you challenge this in court, please?
Yeah, basically.
All right, cool.
I mean,
send your little ticket over here, and we're gonna take you to court.
I thought Deion was supposed to leave anyway because he's not a good coach.
Well, he's had some health issues, so we thought that, and
I thought that would get him out the paint.
Yeah, and then of course, without Shador and Travis, a lot of people were wondering how long he'll stick around.
Right.
So we'll see. The Colorado has a new AD now too, so we'll see.
What is AD?
The athletic director.
Athletic director.
Oh,
yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah,
they don't be getting mad at me because I don't be knowing college stuff.
I'm not mad at you, my brother.
Hey, you know the Indiana Hoosiers.
Who? Hoosiers.
That's all he knows about the Indiana Hoosiers. I just think one, you can't put toothpaste back in the tube.
Yeah.
You cannot put toothpaste back in the tube. Like once it's out, it's out. And once he came there and he established that type of culture around that team, that was what it was gonna be, dog. That was what it was gonna be. They brought that kid in. Julian Lewis? Is Julian Lewis? Was the one of the top
freshmen? Yep.
Top freshman in the country. Came in, dude got 2-3 games and then couldn't play no more. Like it's stuff that they're doing there, man. It's not sustainable long term. And I'm gonna go back to a point that I've been making for a very long time. We have zero proof, whether it's at the HBCU level or at the D1 level. Can Deion coach? We have no idea. All we know is he can attract attention. That does not make you a good coach.
And not only that, but he's fallen into that trap. Like, when I'm writing my article for chopchat.com, I be talking about Mike Norvell and how the transfer portal is supposed to supplement what you already have. You know what I mean? So, I have great linebackers. I have a good offensive line, but now I need this quarterback back here to make the plan come together. Deion just go get the whole team from the transfer portal. And the danger in that is you're getting these 4th stringers and 5th stringers from teams that have never seen the field, and you're like, come to death row. And then you just think it's going to work all of a sudden. And it doesn't.
And come to death row, and on the sidelines, we're going to have people that make you think this is a rap label. And how is this 4th or 5th stringer going to act when they come into that place? And Deion said, "Oh, now you need to be disciplined." No, he's not going to be disciplined. He didn't come to be disciplined. He can't be a rock star.
This conversation got me amped up, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Kyrie!
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So I watched Monday Night Raw the other night, and the only things I found enjoyable was the lesbian free fall.
Okay.
And, you
That's
know,
a
and
wild
then,
name for a match.
and then, of course, you know, the damn Asuka and Becky Lynch promo. And it was the first time that I actually enjoyed Becky Lynch in probably the last 6 months.
She was okay in that one. She was. I give her
yeah. Like, so y'all update me because I don't get to see SmackDown. Was there anything that happened on SmackDown that's worth time?
Before we do, because I didn't watch SmackDown. I think I did watch SmackDown last week. But before we do, there was another thing that happened on Raw that we definitely have to talk about. The slowest match in WWE history.
You talking about CM Punk?
Listen, we gotta get the title off of CM Punk, dog. This man is like, it is like watching paint dry, watching this man wrestle. He wrestles so slow. I've never seen a wrestler wrestle that slow.
It's worse.
Slow match.
It's worse when you see Io Sky and Roxanne flying at 100 miles an hour in the ring.
Right.
And then it's like, this is the main event. And then all of a sudden it's like, here comes the go to sleep. Reversal. Like,
what's crazy to me is that this is the Royal Rumble, right? Coming up this weekend. One of the big four. And he's not even defending his title. He's not even on the card.
Doug, do you know what's crazy?
CM Punk's not on the card?
No.
Remember last week? This is how bad the CM Punk run is going, right? And I understand that like the IWC, like one of their favorite thing to do is tear down whoever has a title at the time. We agreed before the AJ Styles match. You know what? Let's just let CM Punk lose the title and then lose it to Gunther on Saturday. We all agreed on that. We're like, oh, that would be a much better option than watching CM Punk for another week.
Hey, dog, this dude CM Punk is terrible. He's just too old, and it's like the crowd. No, so the IWC might be fickle, but the real wrestling crowd is what we actually care about. And if the real wrestling crowd is not behind you when you're giving your speeches and you're doing your, isn't it great to be here live on a Monday night? And everybody's just like, yay. Like, dog, you're not him. Remember, he said the 2013 CM Punk and the 2025 CM Punk, blah, blah, to Braun Breaker, and nobody cared. They were just like, oh, all right.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Like, Braun Breaker should have just won a title. He should have just won it off of CM Punk, and nobody would have cared. Nobody would have been mad. We would have been cool. Like,
Rez would have been mad.
Right, that's cool. Rez would have been mad, but he wouldn't have had to go through
I don't want Braun Breaker. I didn't think Braun Breaker should have won the title there. I don't mind him winning the title, even though I don't think he's that great. I understand people like him. I don't think he's that great. But if he's gonna win it, I want him to win it at like WrestleMania or at least the Royal Rumble or a Money in the Bank. Some kind of
grand spectacle,
It's the World
Not putting your
Championship,
title
bro.
on the line at Royal Rumble is crazy.
It's the World Championship. Like, I don't like.
Well, there was like a streak of like 10 straight WrestleManias or something where the Intercontinental title wasn't ever defended.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Yeah, but the Intercontinental title, remember, it had lost its prestige for a long time
until Shawn Michaels came.
No, what?
Well, we're talking about now. We're talking about after that. Like,
all right,
that's crazy.
You know, what I'm saying? HBK in the house. But guys, since we brought up the Royal Rumble, this is a 2-part question.
All right, what you got?
Who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to win?
All right, Reg, you want to go first? You want me to go first? 2-5, you want to go first? You never go first.
You want me to go first?
Go first.
All right. So if it were up to me, I would have Obafemi win.
Wow. Ooh. Off the top rope.
I would have the ruler win. You know, I mean, he's the fucking ruler. Who's supposed to eliminate him? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, because when I look at the Royal Rumble, the problem with the Royal Rumble, because the Royal Rumble growing up was my favorite of the pay-per-views.
Yes, it was really great growing up.
Yeah. And, you know, but then we got to a point after Shawn Michaels started winning them because he won back to back.
Shout out to Shawn Michaels.
So once he won, it kind of became, and I get it, it's a business, right? You got to sell WrestleMania, but it lowers the pool down on how many people could conceivably win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Now it's the rock stars.
Yeah, it's only like 3 or 4 people, and maybe not even 4 that could truly win the Royal Rumble. But because you got to sell tickets, and who makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Who do I think is going to win the Royal Rumble? I think LA Knight or Seth Rollins if he returns.
Okay. So I'm gonna do it like this. What would be the greatest thing of all time for me? And I'm gonna tell you what it would be. It would be this. If this man walks out and wins the Royal Rumble, I will lose my mind. Columbia's own Trick Williams. If he comes out and wins the Royal Rumble, I would lose my mind. Now, do I want him to win the Royal Rumble? No, I don't. I feel like he got to pay his dues. You got to work your way up to that. You should not be walking right into a world championship.
Thank you for saying that.
But so who would I like to win? I think I would not mind if Finn Balor won it. If Finn Balor gets
as of this moment, he's not in it.
I know he's not. He's gonna. So I think they're gonna work out a storyline where he actually works his way, and somehow he's gonna end up coming
he
out.
cracks somebody's knee and then he comes in.
He hurts somebody in the background and then he comes out. I think I would like it if Finn Balor won it. Who do I think's gonna win it? I think the OTC. I think the OTC comes back and wins it. Because I think they're trying to set up. For a big WrestleMania match between OTC and somebody, whether it be a Braun Breaker or whoever is going to have the title at the time. But I think
Cody Part 3.
Yeah, that might be it. But I think that's what's going to happen. Somehow Roman Reigns will end up with the title or in a title match by WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, it'll be Cody and Roman 3. So yeah, my thing is, who I think is gonna win is the OTC. Who I want to win, let me talk to you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I think LA Knight pulls up. Yeah, he's back, and then my man goes to WrestleMania, and then he gets that chip. But or another Finn Balor take. What if the Beast, the Fiend, the Demon comes back? Instead of Finn Balor, they said it's full. What if the Demon is there?
He wins the Royal Rumble.
Isn't that Finn Balor though? It's not a different person.
The Demon is undefeated.
It's not
the
like
Demon is
Papa
undefeated.
Shango. It's not like Papa Shango and the Godfather.
So what about the ladies?
Undefeated.
What about the ladies? Who do you want to win the Royal Rumble? Who do you think will win the Royal Rumble?
I never even gave it a thought.
Damn.
It's Rhea, though. Rhea's going to win.
Okay. I got a name in mind.
Jade Cargill already has a title.
Yes.
So it can't be her.
Yes.
Oh, Tiffy.
That would be cool.
It
better not be Liv.
If Liv wins, I promise I might boycott wrestling for at least.
Can I tell you who I hope it's not? Can I go with that instead?
Okay, let's go with that. I hope it's not Charlotte.
I hope it's not Nia Jax.
Oh, okay.
I hope it's not Nia Jax. I hope it's not Lash Legend. She's been there too soon. She's still brand new. Again, I think people should.
She's not a good wrestler either.
She's not. I think they're the bad wrestling combo. I think they put them together to be like.
I don't terrible.
I don't want to besmirch these people, but my God, they're not good. I would like to see EO. I'd like to see EO. I'd like to see Jada Parker.
She's not main roster though.
But she's
No,
gonna
they
be
bring
in the
they,
Royal Rumble.
they bring
Dog, they said
NXT.
30 women, dog. When they said 30 women, I was like, there's no way there are 30 women in there.
Well,
No,
you
they
gotta
had-
remember they bring old women back and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like Lita,
Right,
Lita
know.
will probably
they'll
come
bring
out.
girls up from
since it's
W-
Saudi
NXT.
Arabia, well, I was going to say since it's Saudi Arabia, they might
damn.
bring Trish back.
Oh no! Since it's Saudi Arabia, you won't be able to see
Yeah,
anything.
you won't be able to
you
see
won't be able to
anything.
see
Every
But,
woman at the Royal Rumble will be wearing a full length.
They wearing
I
sweaters.
can't believe this, but y'all just set me up for another Woody Page moment where I got to straighten you out.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
The
Go.
correct answer of who's going to win the Royal Rumble is Bianca Belair. You know, because we got to get Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania. We got to
I
get
like
that.
Yeah, and then
I like
Bianca gets her title back
Because
Jade
we
can't
never even
wrestle.
finished that story, right?
They
You know
got
what
beef?
I mean?
Right.
Like, you know,
Long
and then-
term storytelling. Come on, 2-5. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You know what
They
I'm
got
saying?
beef?
But you know what I'm saying? As far as who I think or who I want to win, that one's a little tougher because there ain't many to go off of. You know, like Rez was saying, like
He's
see him
sexist,
every week.
y'all.
We see
the
him every
same
week.
8 every week.
So actually, here's a curveball for you. I would like to see Roxanne win.
That's
I
not
would like
bad.
to see I would
That's
not.
not
I would
bad.
not hate that. I would not hate
I wouldn't hate
Roxanne
that at
winning.
all.
I think
wouldn't
she's
hate that
such a
at
good
all.
wrestler. I think
Or
she's such a
Maxine.
good wrestler.
Maxine Duprat.
I would
No,
like
not
to see
Maxine.
Max. No.
Maxine Duprat.
Not Maxine.
Why do you
She
hate
got
Maxine? She's a
way-
great wrestler.
I like Maxine, but she got way too much improvement to do before we're putting
She's
her
not
on that
actually bad,
WrestleMania
though.
stage in that
She's
way.
bad because the
She's
script
better
tells
than
you.
she's better than a bunch of people that have been
I was
around
to say
for
the
a long
script
time.
tells you that she's
I
bad.
don't
She's
know,
actually
man.
We
great.
just talked about Nia Jax in Lash Legend.
I
Maxine
know.
is actually
She's
dope.
not as bad as them. But you know what I'm saying? But when I got a whole roster, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like that's the but that goes back to another problem, right? Because I was thinking about this. Let me know what y'all think about this real quick.
Cook.
This is more for the men, I guess. But like
Shout out to the fellas.
why don't they try to do like a Rocky type storyline where like a NXT dude like Ricky Saints or somebody, you know, comes through and wins the Royal Rumble, and then that NXT guy ends up getting the shot at the title.
Well, they
And
should have
it's
did that with Oba.
Well, I'm hoping they do, but that's like the Rocky story where it's like the underdog that people will get behind. I mean, but they probably won't because they're NXT. You know what I mean? And people are going.
Well, no, they won't because all the dudes that could have did that Rocky story are now in the big leagues.
except for Oba. Well, I guess Oba is in the big leagues.
Oba
now,
is.
so,
Oba is.
yeah.
But I
Why?
would be
You
mad.
know,
if
I was
Oba-
wondering.
That'd be cool.
You know, I was wondering. You know how they did the thing with Roman where you know they announced that he was going to be in the Royal Rumble without him being there to
Yeah.
say it. Why they do that with Oba?
See what I'm
Oba
saying?
out there.
Like that was
See
weird.
what I'm saying?
Like I thought that was really weird. I was like, why? Like Oba's on the main roster now. Like just have him show up and say, "Hey, Adam Pearce." Like everybody else walk. "Hey, Adam, I'm gonna be in the Royal Rumble." Have him call on the phone. "Hey, I'm on FaceTime with Oba. He
I
wants
think
to tell
a
you."
lot of these
Like, what's a
dudes-
Royal
some of
Rumble
them-
without the ruler?
Some of them aren't traveling, probably.
You know what I'm saying? So
I hate his walk. I hate his ring walk. It
So-
is the
so-
worst
so-
ring walk in the world.
So, you know, of course, AJ Styles, we think this is
I'm
going
gonna
to
just
be
do
his
this.
last match. We think this is going to be his last match. So we'll skip that. But does Sami Zayn become a world champion this weekend?
Yes. In his home. Well, it's not his home, but it's close enough to his home. I definitely think Sammy wins. And nobody cares about Drew McIntyre losing. So the whole thing is Sammy wins, right? Then Sammy
Right.
loses the belt to Cody, but he loses to heel Cody. And then heel Cody loses the belt to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Oh, please, no more Roman Reigns as champion.
Roman Reigns is coming back.
Well,
right?
you are
Oh.
a nasty hater, dog.
Hey, I've
Crazy.
moved on from 2025, man, in 2024.
Yo,
I've moved
what do
on.
y'all
That's,
think-
that's crazy.
what do y'all
He's
think
the biggest
the-
name
the-
in wrestling.
You don't need the
What do you-
title to be the biggest name in the sport.
He doesn't. He doesn't. Hey guys,
Like Jake
do
the
y'all
Snake
think-
never needed the title. $1 Million Man never needed the title.
They're
what do y'all
losers
think?
compared to Roman.
What do y'all think the production meeting was like when they decided that this man should walk to the ring doing this? They're like, hey,
Oh, you know what? That was straight up Triple H's idea.
yo, who thought of
You
this,
look
dog?
powerful.
Who
Zangief.
thought of this, dog? That is.
Oh, what's that
brilliant.
dude? What's that dude that
That was
Popeye
straight
used to fight all the time? Who's
Uh,
the burger this?
Bruno.
Bruno.
Bruno. Hey,
Sinbad the
you know that was
sailor.
Triple H's idea. Y'all remember how he got all racist and shit on Booker T back in the day?
Yeah,
You don't belong here.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Championship is not for somebody like you.
yeah, that was straight up Triple H.
that
I'm
was
calling that
Doug.
one.
And Doug, hold on, wait, slight pivot. There's somebody in AEW, a lady, and her last name is Kong. Big black lady.
There was a woman in TNA back in the day that was named Awesome Kong.
Awesome Kong.
Yeah, that was TNA.
Why?
Why
would you?
are we doing this in 2026?
Yeah. Well, no. That was 2008
So she doesn't wrestle
or
anymore?
9.
Is
No,
she done
she
wrestling?
came to she came to WWE, changed her name to Karma, and
Oh.
in the Royal Rumble, I think it was, she tore her ACL or Achilles, and
Okay.
then she just went away from there.
Doug, that was
Yeah,
I
we
saw
got to
it on-
get
I
away
saw it
from
on Snap.
picking racist names because we're okay with
Well, you remember your guy. What do you think about this, Jack? You know, I know y'all anti AEW, but when you were watching AEW, you did like Powerhouse Hobbs. You know, so he's coming over to WWE.
I did not like Powerhouse Hobbs.
You told me you did. The big black dude that was with
Yeah.
Samoa Joe. You told me that.
I thought I liked the other guy.
Anyway, his name.
Maybe I did like him.
His NXT name is going to be Royce Keys. What do you think of that?
I like that more than big strong black dude Hobbs, so that works.
Big black
Powerhouse
man.
Hobbs is
Negro, the Negro,
the strong
All right.
Negro,
All right, so
or criminal man.
super nigga.
yeah. All right, I guess we'll imitate society and go left here.
Do it.
You know what I'm saying?
this.
So,
Oh, hello.
has society gone too far left?
Take it, Jack.
Yes, they have. As
What
a
does that
society,
even mean?
What does that mean, Jack?
It means that we have gone from a place where you go conservative, or no, I'm sorry, left would be super open-minded, right? All the way right would be hyper religious and morally perfect, and left would be just the most open-minded, everybody's got an opinion type of thing. And nowadays, where we are as a society right now is we are at a place where, like, now we're just giving everybody just free reign. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell people no. You can't tell people, like, yo, are you morally conscious? You don't even really talk about God anymore because it's like, I don't want to talk about religion because it used to be a thing where people were like, let me be respectful of your religion because I don't want to disrespect you and who you worship. Now it's like, I don't want to bring up my religion because it might offend you in your agnostic atheist ways. Like, the way the world is getting to a place where we are just accepting all kinds of goofy shit and we don't tell anybody no anymore because the societal norm now is every single person has the right to have an opinion and nothing can be wrong because all opinions are valid. It's like, I hated this when I was a kid. I used to hate when teachers used to tell everybody there's no such thing as a stupid question. Yes, the fuck there is. There is 100% a stupid question. And I used to hate when they used to say that. Like, I never understood who came up with that stupid philosophy, but there are stupid questions. All right? Is yellow a color? Is a stupid question. All right? Is the sky up? Is a stupid question. There are a lot of stupid questions out here. Should I take all of my money and gamble it on a scratch off? Is a stupid question. So I just think that in this society that we live in right now, we have gone to a place where we are so busy making sure that everybody feels justified in their opinions, in their selves, that we cannot tell them, hey, you know what? I understand you feel that way, but you're wrong. We don't do that anymore. And now everything's open, Everybody's just, Jesus Christ, Rez.
Sorry for applauding you, my friend.
It
Sorry for
attacked
letting
my
you-
eardrums.
Well, just turn your headphones down. That's how that works normally. So 2-5. Do you want to go before I go?
So there was a famous song.
Uh-oh.
called Lift Every Voice and Sing. You know what I'm saying? James Weldon Johnson.
Shout out to my guy.
That's what we're doing. We're lifting every voice. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't disagree with a lot of what you said. I just don't think it's as bad as you think it is. You know what I mean? Because there are, like, the problem with America in general was people weren't being heard from. That's how you end up here. When you stop people from being able to express themselves, they rebel, and then you end up in a place like this. Now, you can't predict that it's going to be things like I'm a they, or like you said, hey, I'm a dog, or Rachel Dolezal, whatever her name was. You can't predict
all stupidity that we should all be willing to say.
Hey, he let you talk. So.
But I want to touch on the religion point, especially. I want to touch on that point because people say America is a Christian nation. It's not. It's just a nation that you have the freedom to be and whatever you want to be, because the majority of people, if the majority of people are drug dealers, I don't have to be a drug dealer because that's what they're doing. So people with religion sometimes can be overbearing, depending on time and place, and I'm not one of those guys, right? Like, if you love God in that way, shout him out wherever you are. Like, I'm all for that. But I'm also for somebody being like, hey, yo, like, what you doing? And that's what makes America, well, that was what was supposed to make America America.
Wait again?
Huh?
Oh, no, keep going.
That was what was supposed to, that was what was I can't even say that shit. But but that's what America was supposed to be built on, in the foundation of the nation. Yeah. We're here because people didn't want to actually live what they said America was supposed to be.
Yeah. I think you said that really well, 2-5. So what I'll say is this, Jack, and I think this is normally where our conversations sort of split at, right? So like 2-5 said, I agree with a lot of what you said. I just agree with the degree to which it exists. And I think that we tend to overvalue the minority versus, and we hype up the minority as opposed to like acknowledging that the majority of people. I have a hoodie on that says, trust God. Nobody stopped me walking around today and said, oh my God, you're offending me in my atheist beliefs. Not one person. Not one person stopped me to say that. In fact, I've worn this hoodie mad times since I got it. I've gotten more compliments. I've gotten mad compliments. Oh, I like that hoodie, man. That's dope. Where'd you get that? Not one person stopped me to try to say, hey, this offends my sensibilities. I actually find that people of other religions are much more religiously tolerant than Christians are in most cases. It's more likely that a Christian is going to say, why are you... I'll give you a great example. Every football game I've been to, there's some kind of prayer. A Christian prayer. No one will ever stop that. Well, very rarely, I've heard in a few cases, but say, hey, this is a public game. I don't want to hear your Christian prayer. I've heard schools open with Christian prayer. Let a school start with a Muslim prayer.
This ain't a Muslim nation.
Let somebody, we're not a Christian nation.
That's what y'all say, but we are.
No, that's what the Constitution says.
The Constitution was written by a bunch of old Christian dudes, and it's based off of Christian values. It doesn't matter what we want to transform it into.
No.
It is based in Christian morals.
No.
Yes,
because what we're not going to do,
because y'all are trying to take it and just utilize the words that it says, but we know that the people that made it were basing it off of Christian values. Why were the Ten Commandments placed up there? Because it's based off of Christian values.
So what? Okay, what are the Ten Commandments based on?
The Bible. What are you talking about?
Before the Bible, there was the what?
Before the Bible, there was the what?
Torah. The Torah was before the Bible.
Okay, well, were they using the Torah or were they using the Bible?
Okay, let's do it again.
Americans.
Okay, no. I got you. No.
Were they using the Torah or the Bible?
No, I'm gonna get you. And this is the problem. You back yourself into a corner.
No, I'm not backing myself
into a corner. Now you can't go nowhere
because you're not gonna do that.
What were the Ten Commandments originally called?
Well, hold up. First, let's back
What
up.
did they utilize?
Hold on.
No,
Let's
Because you're
hold on.
doing
Hold
that
on.
You
thing
got
that
us there.
people on TikTok do.
All right,
where
so
y'all
hold on.
take
Hold on.
the
Let's
fact
establish
No.
a
and then you try to
baseline.
backtrack it into something else that
2-5.
it's not.
No,
They
stop,
utilize
2-5.
the
No,
10
2-5. I
commandments
got it.
from the Holy
No, I'm
Bible.
not arguing with
They did
him.
not
I was just going to say
utilize
something.
anything else.
No,
They
as
did not
a,
call it
as a
anything
as a
else.
PSA, hopefully, saying y'all know what the Torah is out there. That's
Right.
what I was going to say.
That's the Jewish Bible. It's the Jewish Bible. It's the first.
The first 5 books.
So it's
Yeah.
the first 5 books, and it's the Old Testament of the Christian Bible that we all read.
Correct.
So our
However,
Christian Bible.
what did
No,
they
do
use?
not. When
What
you
did they
were
call it?
talking, I was
I
quiet.
don't care
Was
about
I
that.
not?
Now we're having discourse.
No,
So it
we're
doesn't
not
matter
having
anymore.
discourse.
Yes,
We're
we
not
are.
having discourse because
We're
I'm not
done.
going to
You
talk
gave
over
your
you.
statement. Everybody gave their statement.
I was still in the middle of my talk.
That's
I was still in the middle of my talk. Now. So the words of the Constitution in a country that was founded on the fact that people came to America fleeing religious persecution in Europe and other countries. This is a fact. These people wanted to have freedom from the King of England, who was persecuting people based on their religions. They wanted to be able to practice any religion you wanted to. So when our founding fathers, as flawed as they may have been, decided to take a piece of paper and write the rules of our country down, do you know what they said in the rules of the country? The laws that you, Mr. Cop Man, like to follow? Want to follow?
What'd they say?
Right? Wait,
they say?
It says, this country will not establish a religion, a national religion. There is no national religion. I am a Christian. I love Jesus. I love God. I read the Bible. I pray. I fast. I worship Jesus Christ, who's my Lord and Savior. But guess what I can acknowledge really easily, because it's on paper, we are not a Christian nation.
Well, I guess we will agree to disagree, won't we?
We can't because
We
I'm
can.
talking about. It's just like
No,
it's
we
just
can.
Like
We can
it's just
literally
like-
agree to disagree.
It's just like when we're talking to certain people and they're trying to deny very simple facts that exist, and you're like,
But we're not
oh,
denying
these people-
simple facts.
No.
We're not denying simple facts.
Okay, does the Constitution say that we cannot establish a religionist nation?
Yes, it
Does
does
it
say
say
that.
it?
It's a
Okay,
lie, though.
so that's a full
It's a
stop.
lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Yes. Take the
No, full
headphones
stop.
off.
So-
It's
so-
a lie.
Stop.
It's a lie.
So I think what's happening here is, saying
It is a
Rez,
lie.
Rez,
I don't know what else you want
Rez,
from me. It's
Rez
a lie.
Rez and I are talking about the design of the nation. You're
Absolutely.
talking about
Your feelings.
what people
I'm not
did
talking
with
about my
it. No,
feelings.
you're talking about what people decided to do with that. Two
The
different
people
things.
that ruled this country decided to do that.
No, I'm talking about
Decided
now.
to do
like
what?
people
Jack?
now.
They
Jack,
decided
you don't-
to
Jack,
take
you don't have-
their
Jack,
moral
Jack,
high ground
Jack, you don't have
from
a
their
Jack,
religion
Jack,
and
you don't have
apply
a-
it to how they
Jack,
ran this country.
Jack, no, the problem what you're saying is that you are assuming that all the values that are good values are Christian values. I'm telling you that these values came
I
from the
never
Ten
said that.
Commandments,
You said
which
that.
existed.
You
Which
said
existed before Christianity.
Yes, but you said that. Not
This
me.
is fact. This is fact.
I said that Americans.
there was
said
no
Americans.
America. There was no
Okay,
America.
There was no America. Okay, so the British niggas that ran away and came here and decided to call it America,
Fleeing
those dudes
religious
that decided to
persecution.
call the 13 colonies and decided let's go to Philadelphia and make some shit up. Them niggas, they decided to utilize the Bible and they decided to utilize the Ten Commandments.
one person
right?
wrote the Constitution. One
That's
person wrote the
cool.
Constitution.
There was a bunch
What's
of
his
people that
name?
agreed
Go.
to it, right? Right?
What's his name? Go.
John.
No, it wasn't I.
Yeah, it was John.
This guy.
Johnny.
Hey,
Or do you want
know
to say
what?
Tom?
I will.
You
I
say
will
John or
say,
Tom?
Jack,
Who
you
was
from
No,
Virginia?
it was-
You from
it was
Virginia?
John or Tom?
It was.
I
It
think
was
Jack was born in
actually
Virginia. I think Jack was born in Virginia.
shout out to the college football. Shout out to the college football playoff. It was actually James Madison.
Hey!
It was
You know what I'm
James
saying?
Madison. Shout out to
Jim,
James
Don't,
Madison.
and don't
My
forget about
bad.
those Federalist Papers either. But anyway,
For
Nah,
sure.
to be honest, I don't give a fuck about none of that. All I care about is my conspiracies. I don't care about none of y'all talking about. This country was based off of Christianity. It doesn't matter what the fuck the Constitution says. The Constitution
Wow.
also says that no niggas matter.
then why
Nobody
they,
gives a fuck.
then why they
just
just
might
did
do
that?
that.
Actually, not in the Constitution.
Okay, well, it's an amendment, whatever you want to call it.
No,
it's a rule.
the- no,
it's in the Bill
the
of Rights.
free-
Where's it
the
at?
free-
Where's
wait,
it at?
No. The freeing of slaves was a part of the Bill of Rights. Slavery was not written into the
Okay,
Constitution.
so the Bill of Rights, what I just said, it doesn't matter. Either way, niggas ain't supposed to matter in this country, right?
The Bill of Rights.
Yes or no? Are we half or we 1/8?
The
What
Bill
are
of
we?
Rights are the first 10 amendments to the
So we
Constitution.
don't matter, but we're
The
here now.
14th
We're
Amendment
here
to the
now. So it looks like it doesn't matter what the fucking book says. It doesn't matter what the sheet of paper says. Shit changes. Bottom line, shit is based
The
off
law,
of some
the
shit.
law changes. Do you know what law?
Yes,
You know what law
the
hasn't
law
changed?
does change.
Do you know what law hasn't changed?
Which one?
That we cannot establish a national religion. That's
Well,
the one
hey,
that
tell
hasn't
your
changed.
tell your
Hey, but
president.
you know
that.
what? But
Tell
you
your
know
president
what?
that.
We can
Your president.
we can defend the country that
I didn't vote for him.
we can
Tell your president that.
we can defend the country with a bunch of people that don't even think that Jesus was the Messiah. So that's a whole nother can of worms to get into.
Let me mute up. Let me mute up.
No, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can you hold 1 second, 2-5? Can you hold 1 second? The thoughts of Mike Wilson, aka 2-5, are not necessarily the views of Ray Jean Lewis.
No, I'm just saying.
Radical
How
Jack.
you gonna deny?
Let it finish.
They are very different. Thank you.
Because that was crazy.
No, it's real though. How you gonna
real.
how you gonna deny the Savior's existence and all these so-called Christians are like, we gotta protect them?
Well, you
The
see,
thoughts of Mike Wilson,
Well, maybe this ain't a
aka
Christian.
2-5, are not necessarily the views of Ray Jean Lewis or Radical Jack. We are not the same. We are very different. Thank you.
So you know what,
me
Jack?
and Rez,
You know
me and
what?
Rez were having we were having a different
you know what, Jack?
conversation. And you just
Oh my God.
you really went in there
so
and
you-
attacked
so you
the
know what,
Jews,
Jack?
dog. Like that's crazy.
So you know what? Checkmate. This is not a Christian country.
Hey, Jack, 2-5 was like,
Run it back. Run it back. This
I'm
nigga
saying-
saying something.
all
this
I
might be
say
our
is
last episode.
I only said that to checkmate. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a
Yeah.
Christian nation.
Nah,
That's true.
Rez alluded to it with the Torah. Hey, you just like, nah, they not talking
Well,
about
no,
it.
Rez wasn't going where I went.
No, I
I
wasn't going
know.
where you going at all.
He said it, right? He
But
alluded
he
to it.
opened the door. But he opened the door.
He did,
If I ever
and I
lose an
closed it.
election-
I closed
If
it
I lose my next
immediately.
election, dog,
Like we're not going there. We're here at the Bible.
That's all right. That's what editing is for. You know what I mean?
yes.
But
Thank you, Jack.
but hey guys, you know what I'm saying? Don't edit this, because this week from the Joe Budden podcast, Joe Budden had a very eloquent question. Is hip hop pussy? You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to twist that. I wanted to twist that a little bit because the context of the conversation was about ICE and how, usually when these situations happen, when things happen, rappers will make a punchline or talk about it in some form. So I decided to expand that and ask you guys, what do you expect from your celebrities? What do you want from your celebrities when these tragedies or things like that happen?
My wife brought me food, and I didn't even know. Did
Shout
y'all
out
see
to
her
Ariel.
walk in here?
Shout out to Ariel.
Did not. Your screen is not big enough for us to see her walk
No,
into
that
your
is-
office.
I kept smelling food, and I'm like, "Dang, yo, somebody must be here." And I'm like, "Yo, this is a very strong smell." And I look next to me, and there's a whole plate here. Like, oh,
What fast food restaurant you went to?
Pan Express.
See, there we go.
Everybody
All right,
watching,
so
that was a slug.
This week on the Joe Budden podcast. So, what do I expect from celebrities or rappers when it comes to major issues? I used to want my rappers to talk about what was going on in society. I have now realized that a lot of these dudes and celebrities, I'll throw them in there with this, they don't know what's going on. And a lot of them are now trying to use political, I guess I can't say it's the dumb thing to do because, if you find yourself up in a bad situation, you're going to do what it takes to try to get yourself out of the situation. So we see like ASAP Rocky was just on the Joe Budden podcast talking about his support. He didn't talk about the support of Trump, but he did talk about his relationship with Trump because of the stuff that he went through trying to get back from overseas.
He has to
was dealing with
support
that stuff.
Trump though, and everybody
Right,
has to
so, like-
understand that. Like,
Right, like that was the thing. Like the dude got him out of a real jam. So like I can't be mad at that. But it is people like a Lil Wayne that, has said some stuff that I thought was really weird. Kodak Black has said some stuff that was really weird. And And even on like, it's just, I don't think that they're as informed as we would like to believe that they are. They're just human beings. They're just regular people. If they have something to say, whether it's on something I agree with or disagree with, if you're coming from an informed standpoint, I have no problem with it. I do have a problem with what Nicki Minaj is doing. I have a big problem with Nicki Minaj is doing.
Say more.
Well, she just got, so apparently she just got her, I thought she was an American citizen, but apparently she's not.
She's from Trinidad.
I didn't know she was born in Trinidad. I thought she was born in America. Because everybody was doing that. I'm Trini. I know mad people like I'm Trini. I'm Jamaican. Da 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 da. And they're from America.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
You're Haitian, son. My son is Haitian, and he was born in Haiti. But like, a lot of people do that. Oh, I'm Jamaican. I'm Trinidadian. I'm whatever. And like, they're not trying to get their U.S. citizenship. Like, or they already got their U.S. citizenship. I don't know why Nikki felt like she needed to go that route to get a U.S. citizenship. From my understanding, she hasn't broken any laws or done anything that would preclude her from being.
She's fucking a pedophile.
But she didn't do it, so she didn't need. So she doesn't have to go those routes to get it. Like I'm saying, she doesn't have like a checkered past that would lead to her not being able to get her nationalization. She could go through the nationalization process. She can get her green card. Like there's all these different things that she could do to be able to become an American citizen if that's what she really wanted. I didn't think that she had to go this route, but it's also why I'm not on the side where I want my celebrities to talk. If you disagree, if you are if legitimately somebody was like, yo, I think Trump is really real and I rock with dude because his policies are this and that and I agree with it, that's one thing. What she's doing, what Kanye was doing when allegedly, now he's apologized. We didn't put that on the docket. Let's start with that. He's apologized for, his dealing with bipolar disorder and, all of those things.
Yeah, that blew a jive.
All of that was a part of it. Like, that says to me, like, and I think down the road, we're going to get something very similar from Nicki Minaj. I think at some point she's going to say, I was going through some kind of psychotic break, some kind of thing, and I said some stuff that and I'm sorry, Black community, I want to come back. Like, I hope
we don't accept her back. I hope
I'm just waiting for March 26th.
What happens March 26th?
I don't know. That's what she kept telling Cardi. I guess that's when her album coming out.
Oh no! Remember, she stopped. She stopped the album. Rez,
okay.
I'm gonna let Rez finish.
I was just saying, like, I don't think they have a wealth of knowledge. But if you generally felt like you supported somebody that I didn't support, and you had like a factual basis, like a policy basis to say the things that you're saying, I'm with it. I just don't want to hear. I don't like the stuff where it's obvious that you're pandering, and I don't understand and it not have a reason. Any kind of basis in reality. It's weird to me.
So I'll say this, right? So what did we just do? We just talked about how America is based off of Christianity, right? And how it's actually not based off of the Constitution, right? And I was saying a bunch of stuff. If I'm somebody's celebrity and like me and you just had that conversation on MTV, you know what I mean? Like somebody's going to hear what I was saying and really like, nah, he's right. You know what I mean? And that's the danger of wanting your quote unquote favorite celebrities to say words.
Yeah.
Because we all have the ability to actually research and take a thought and make an actual calculated thought. But then there's also times where we can just be rambling out and just do what I just did, where you're just talking to talk because, like, bottom line, I got something to say and I'm gonna say it. Doesn't matter how foolish it sounds, I'm gonna say it. And you got to be careful. So no, I don't want my celebrity speaking out. I think that I don't know if it was 2-5 that I had this conversation with, but celebrities are the problem. Celebrities are the reason why Black people are where we at, because took the poor Black people that were good at performing and they made them top tier because they made them the performers. They made them the movie stars and the actors and all that stuff. You know, the actors and movie stars, same thing. But they made them the bigger focal point than the aristocrat Blacks. You know what I'm saying? So when you take that and you look at everything that's owned, it's all owned by and Black people don't own none of that. However, we're the biggest name and all that stuff. In our communities, we always look up to all the actors and entertainers, and that's the problem. That's where we're at right now. So we always talk about, oh yeah, we want our celebrities to talk about this. We want our celebrities to have this, but that's part of the plan. They want Black people to be nobodies. And it's working. So no, I don't want celebrities to be the focal point because there are a lot of people out there that are actually smart enough to give real takes and real comments that can actually add something of substance to this. But no, we have a bunch of celebrities who don't want nothing but money, and they pander to whoever's giving them the biggest pot. You can go ahead and play my soundbite now, bro.
We are not the same. We are very different.
No.
This week on
Joe Budden podcast.
On the Joe Budden podcast last week, so I'm behind because I've been trying to finish Barack Obama's book. Doug,
You just finished it.
I just finished Barack Obama's book. It's
you finished
extremely
Barack
long,
one.
29 hours. This is actually the third Barack Obama book, but it's the first President Barack Obama book. The other ones were I Want to Be President One Day Barack Obama. So it's really large, 29 hours.
Pause.
It's 29 hours long, and it's very detailed. I'm not talking about that, but I've just finished the book, so now I'm trying to catch up with my Joe Budden podcast episodes, and they were having a conversation about Sebastian Telfair. He was on a podcast. I can't remember which one he was on, and he was talking about the fact that he made $20 million over a 10-year NBA career, and he was saying, that's not that much money. And he ran through it because, he was taking care of all of these people. He was buying chains and these kind of things. And Joe was like, yeah, that's a wild excuse for somebody. And Ish was like, no, it's not, because he was 20 years old and he's not going to let his mom live in the projects when he has $20 million. And I'm like, your mom doesn't need a $20 million house, so there's
Your
much
mom
cheaper
can literally
houses
get a
that you could buy.
$175,000 house.
Yeah, and y'all are from Brooklyn, like they're from Bed-Stuy, right? They're from Bed-Stuy. Like
They're from Brooklyn, yeah.
They're from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
like
he's Steph Marbury cousin, right?
Yeah, he's Steph Marbury cousin. Yeah, so you could have bought your mom a house in Jersey at that time. $200,000 would have got you a nice house.
He could have bought her a whole condominium to own
for $300,000 and been good outright, paid off, right? And Joe started talking about, well, he could have, there's other ways to do it. He could have got a financial advisor that would have, guided him getting accounts. And they're talking about, and Ish is like, no, because, and this is my problem with people like Ish, because Ish is sort of intelligent. He is sort of intelligent. And you would think that somebody who does have financial literacy, who is sort of intelligent, would be able to say, you know what? For a 20-year-old, I can understand him making that point, which is the point that Joe was making. I can understand a 20-year-old. If you ask a 20-year-old, how did you lose $20 million? I would expect to hear that from a 20-year-old. From a 40-year-old who lost the money between 20 and 30, and that's just the NBA money. That's not even the Adidas money he had. Because remember, he had an Adidas deal. He came straight from the high school to the NBA.
Bottom line.
And he was watching his own career. He knew what he was doing. He knew how much minutes he was getting in the game. Right? So in year 2, when you are playing less than 20 minutes in a game and you're barely making rosters in year 4, at what point do you say, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be taking care of 40 people. See, a 40-year-old man should be able to look at his situation and say that, which is my problem with a lot of our older gentlemen in this podcasting space. We talk as though we're still 20 years old when we're 40, when we're 50. It's just 50 years old. It's not hard to say, you know what? I get it. You made some mistakes. But when you're talking on these podcast mics, you're not talking for yourself. You should be talking to the 20-year-old you. You, Sebastian Telfair, you, Ish Antoine Marbury, should be saying, hey, I made some mistakes that made me run through a lot of money, life-changing money. And if I had to do it all over again, I would do it much differently. I would have listened to the people in my circle who were saying, hey, you're spending too much money. I would have gotten an accountant that would have given me a financial rundown of how much money I'm spending versus how much I'm owning, how much money I owe, how much money I'm making, right? I would have... These are tips that you can give to the next generation. But instead, we double down in dumbness. Ish, you can be better than that. You're supposed to be intelligent. Don't you realize that's why he brought Mark Lamont Hill on the show? Because you're not who you think you are. And it's statements like that show it.
I think that I think that the problem. I think another problem with the whole podcast, like it sucks to talk about this because we have a podcast, but
We do.
like
It's
I hate
amazing.
that. I think the problem with the whole podcast industry is that it's much like social media. You get on here and you want to be this guy that you may have been, 10, 15 years ago,
Exactly.
or
Yep.
or you get on here and you're trying to blow up, so you just say stupid stuff in hopes that okay, maybe that'll go viral.
Like the
And what we're
Constitution doesn't matter like that.
yeah,
Sorry, go
except
ahead.
I didn't say that trying to viral. I was just arguing with my friend. I don't really care about you people out there.
Thank you, 2-5.
But yeah, 2-5. Oh, yo, are we boring you, dog?
Are we boring you, 2-5?
No, I was,
No,
I was getting my thoughts together because
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
You were
because what
falling
Jack
asleep
is
while you
talking
getting your thoughts together.
Well, no, because what Jack is talking about kind of ties into my hate. That's why I was trying to
Okay. Oh, I see what you're
but-
doing.
Oh,
You would,
okay.
like,
Okay.
you
I
would-
was-
okay. That's why
Yeah,
I
I was-
rolled
the
wheels
yeah.
turning.
I was taking it all in. Yeah, pause. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
But what I was going to say about this particular thing, I wasn't going to say anything about Sebastian Telfair or the conversation. What I was going to say was, I hope I don't ever, because I'm imagining that Ish probably has some kind of relationship with Sebastian Telfair or
Possible.
people
Possible.
in his circle.
Possible.
And
Yeah.
I just hope that I never get to the point, and maybe I shouldn't say this because I want to be a successful podcaster, but
You
I
are a
hope I
successful
never,
podcaster.
but I hope I never get to the point where I have to say dumb shit to protect relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like we talked about this offline, where back to Nicki Minaj for a quick second. There was a time where Joe wouldn't go at her.
Right.
Because
You wouldn't say nothing about her.
they,
Yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? But now that it's okay to go at her,
Yeah.
now he changed sides. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I hope I never become that person. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
But I mean, and there's a way to do that too, right? 2-5, like flip. If somebody talk about somebody that somebody flip rocks with, flip just be like, I got nothing on it. I have nothing. He's dead to rights. He's caught dead to rights. And nothing I want to say. I'm not gonna besmirch my dude. Just fall back. Joe does it too. They also tell somebody.
You remember Charles Barkley said some shit about Michael Jordan. Mike was like, yo, this friendship is over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
hope
So like fall like no, but I'm saying like there's a way to do that. There's a way to do that without saying stupid stuff to try to justify something that don't make sense. It doesn't make sense for Sebastian Telfair at 40 years old to be saying $20 million is not a lot of money.
Yeah. I
You know how
got
many
you.
people would never like think about it, y'all. The three of us put together, we may have made $1 million in our lifetime, dog.
Yeah, he made 20.
1 million. He had 20. Now let's say, okay, cool. New York State taxes, you lose half, which you don't lose half your money to taxes. But let's say that he did, and he had $10 million. Dog, $10 million? If we split $10 million between the three of us, we would be all right, dog. That's life-changing money for all three of us.
Investments.
Like, dog, I'm saying, dog, like it's just, I just wish we would talk. I wish we would talk like we think our children have a future. And they don't, dog. We don't talk about our own, we don't talk to our own people like we think we have a future. We don't want to give game to people. Dame Dash put stuff out there. He talks like we don't have a future. He tells our kids, if you work for another person, that's like calling a man your daddy. When 99.9% of us have to get jobs. And you can make a good life for yourself with a job. You can make a good life for yourself making $150,000 a year. That's a great life in America. $150,000 a year.
Well, depending on where you live, of course.
Doug, where's $150,000 not a lot of money?
California.
But that's just if you're doing a comparison thing. Like if I want to ball out, I can't have $150,000. But I can live the life I live right now with $150,000 in California and be good.
Okay.
I can still eat good. I can still travel. I won't have the biggest house. But I'm just saying, like, I hate when we do this thing and we act as though, 2-5, can you look up a stat real quick? What percentage of American citizens make over $150,000 a year?
It's less than 1%.
So make sure I'm right on that.
Two five, hurry up.
Y'all can still talk.
We have the slowest researcher in the world.
Well, I didn't know I was the researcher. You know what I'm saying?
You are the researcher. Every time we need research, we say 2.5. You're literally data man. No, but I'm dead serious. Like I hate when because there's this thing now that people act like everybody's a millionaire.
That can't be right.
What does
Over
it say?
45% of households had an annual income of less than 75,000. So
Not
approximately
households,
84%.
individuals.
Oh, 90% of individual Americans earn less than that. So 10%.
So 10% of Americans, like 10%, not households, because households are different. Me and my wife,
Americans.
If I make 70,000,
it's around it's roughly 16.7%.
16.7% of all,
and I still don't even know if I believe that number.
Yeah, that's really high, dog.
I think that
seems
really
pretty high. What I'm pulling is 10 to 11%.
16%. Yeah, I'm about to say 16% of 300 million, though. That's not a lot of people,
right? But no, I'm just saying, like, so let's just say 85%. 85% of Americans, all Americans.
Sophie Brain, huh?
Of everybody in this nation makes less than $150,000 a year.
How much does a Bella Danger make?
I don't know, but she's a great tutor, I heard. I'm just saying, like that like I just wish that we wouldn't do that. And I feel like Ish does that a lot. Ish makes everybody a billionaire. Ish thinks everybody's a billionaire. Yeah, he pushing the B. He got to be pushing the B. Dog, he dropped 3 singles and 2 mixtapes.
Yo, you know what I hate? Like, this ain't the 2-5 hate segment, but you know what I hate? I hate when people do the double words like, oh, he up. I hate that so much. I hate that so much.
Good. You funny.
You fine.
Yeah. Oh, that shit drives me up the wall.
I think that's derivative of a place. But no, so yeah, but that's my thing on Ish, man. I just want, and it's not that I hate Ish. I think Ish adds some value to the podcast. I get really annoyed when people who are supposed to be smart sound really dumb.
Yeah. Hey, Ish, stop acting like ice. So, what I hate this week, right?
All right, what you got?
Stop giving people attention that don't deserve your attention.
Okay, all right.
All you got to do is go back in the last few years, or I should say 10 years ago, should have given you this blueprint. I truly believe that this man that is running our country is only running our country because people wouldn't shut up about him. Everything that he said became a 24-hour loop when he was saying the most ludicrous, frivolous, in my Mike Tyson thoughts, dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. But CNN and MSNBC, all the and people were like, oh, y'all picking on him. So this thought came from me being on social media, right? Sports podcast, Sports Reports is ordered, best sports podcast in the land.
Yes, sir.
And you know, and I see these people making their posts, and then people get in the comments and say things like, oh, he's only saying that for rage bait, or you know what you just did?
Yeah.
You just made him even more visible.
Yeah.
You know, a wise man once told me, your algorithm is you. So the things that you see are the things that you want to see, so you don't get to complain about the things that you see.
Talk about it.
Now, from that standpoint, if it doesn't add quality, even if it's just entertaining, funny, whatever it may be, if it doesn't add that value to you, nutritional value, just move past it. Don't click on it. Don't tell your friends about it. Don't share it with anybody, because all you're doing is creating the next monster.
Biff.
That's what 2-5 hates this week.
I actually got I got a little something I want to add to that.
Cook.
All right, 2-5. I don't want to step on your 2-5
No,
hate.
do it. This is teamwork.
It makes
Gang,
it
gang.
doesn't it, brother. All right, y'all. So I got this thing on social media and empathy scam. All right, this is to well, something that Jack came up with.
Hold on, do I have chimes? Oh,
You should.
hold on.
Yeah, there you go. All All right, so look, this might be about 2 minutes, but just listen. Just listen. Let me cook real quick and we be
That's
good.
what
All
she
right.
said.
Maybe. Depending on how old I was. Let me say something that might make people uncomfortable, and that's usually how it goes when you know it's true. Social media has
Mm.
sold us a scam, not the obvious one, not ads, not influencers, not fake lifestyles. The real scam is the idea that we're supposed to care deeply about every single problem happening everywhere all the time. That's not compassion, that's emotional manipulation. Human beings were never designed to absorb the suffering of the entire planet through a 6-inch screen before breakfast. We evolved to care about our families, our neighbors, and our community, people we can actually help. But social media rewired that. Now every scroll is a crisis, every post is an emergency, every silence is treated like guilt. And if you don't react the right way, you're heartless, you're ignorant, you're part of the problem. To me, that's insane. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud: our nervous systems are finite. Our empathy has limits, and pretending otherwise is breaking people. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a tragedy down the street and one happening 8,000 miles away. So we live in a constant state of low grade panic, angry, anxious, exhausted, and sometimes we're told that's moral progress. It's not, it's a burnout. Social media didn't make people more caring. It made them louder, angrier, and more performative. Outrage became a currency, emotion became a brand, and empathy turned into something you perform for approval instead of something you practice in real life. Posting isn't helping, sharing isn't solving, and arguing isn't changing the world, but the platform convinces you that it is. And because if you feel like you did something, you're less likely to do something real. And while everyone is emotionally invested in everything everywhere, what gets neglected? Our families, our kids, our marriages, the actual local communities that we live in, and our personal responsibilities. People know every global crisis, but they can't tell you their neighbor's name. I just want y'all to think about that. That's the cost. Here's the part that really matters. You're not a bad person for choosing where your attention goes. You don't have to carry the weight of the world to be good. You don't have to bleed emotionally to prove you care. And you don't owe strangers your peace just because an algorithm decided today's outrage. Real strength is selective empathy. Care deeply about what you can influence. Stay informed, but not consumed. Build something tangible where your feet actually touch the ground, because the strongest people aren't the ones screaming online. They're the ones protecting their families, building discipline, and living with clarity while the noise tries to pull them apart. Turning down the volume isn't ignorance, and maybe, just maybe, the most radical thing that you can do in this culture is stop letting your emotions be rented by people who profit from you being angry. That's not apathy, that's freedom. I'm Radical Jack, and I had to give y'all a little something, something when I get in my bag.
I
Hey,
don't have a rant.
that one was worth the golf clap. But Jack,
That was
hopefully
dope.
your vocal cords aren't too tired there. Give us a movie.
Oh, yeah. So, the movie I originally was going to do The New Guy, but I'm actually going to
Who's
say
the
Team
bitch
America.
now?
Who's the bitch now? Y'all can go watch that too. New Guy's great. It's got
You're a hooker.
Eddie Griffin. It's an early 2000s comedy. It's really funny. But the movie I want everybody to go see is Team America World Police. It's made by the creators of South Park. It's it's got puppets as all the characters, and it is hilarious.
Oh,
It's full of
word.
racist humor. It's full of that early 2000s humor where they just said whatever because we didn't care. It's got a crazy sex scene with dolls. It's actually hilarious. It's
The
about
movie
a
came out
guy
when I was in
named.
the movie theater. I worked in the movie theater when it came out.
Oh dang, that's crazy.
Yeah,
So it was
I
actually
didn't
a
see
really
it though.
big deal. They almost released it as NC-17, but they had to change the sex scene. And when they changed the sex scene, it was changed to rated R. But the movie is about a guy named Gary. He's an actor who gets recruited by, let's just say, the CIA, and they go around the world policing terrorists and stuff like that. And the the big thing is every time they go and fix something, they end up making it worse. So the movie progresses, and Gary, the actor, ends up filling his role as top guy in the CIA. It's hilarious. There's a bunch of actors' voices in it. Not really. It's all done by Trey Stone and Rob Parker. But either way, like, it's hilarious. Great songs. They got Kim Jong Un instead of Kim Jong Il. But yeah, it's a good movie, man. They got the Screen Actors Guild, but they call it the Film Actors Guild. And if you take those letters and make the acronym, that's what they call all the actors. So yeah, go check out Team America. It's hilarious.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So there you go.
All right.
And then hopefully your vocal cords aren't tired, Jack, because because the Eagles have a new offensive coordinator. Why don't you tell us how you feel?
Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, the Eagles. Nah, honestly, I feel good. He's the QB coach for the Green Bay Packers. Packers are known to have awesome QBs. They have the best QB lineup in history. To me, I mean, somebody else might argue, but I think they have the best QB lineup. Yeah, I mean, why not? I think this would be I think it's a great thing in multiple ways, right? Green Bay, the system has always been good. Everybody says Jalen Hurts, he's this and he's that. Bottom line, he's not good. So they got a quarterback coach. Quarterback coach running the offense. He's going to learn our quarterback, so we will actually get to see what this sorry QB who won a Super Bowl MVP can do next year. So all I have to say is fly, Eagles, fly.
Not just a quarterback coach, a quarterback coach that played in the NFL. That actually started a game in the NFL as a quarterback. Oregon State Beaver that he is, Sean Mannion. I was actually wondering, to Jack's point, though, he was only the quarterback coach in Green Bay for this year. So it still goes back to the point that I've been making, is that Sirianni keeps hiring a lot of these guys that have no experience at all. And I would think that with a quarterback like Jalen Hurts and all the talk surrounding him, you would want someone who is established, who fits your system. Or, what I think is going to happen is I think Sirianni's going to end up calling the plays.
I mean, he's done it before and it wasn't bad. I think the problem is he wants to get one of these newer guys, because if we can get it to work, then that becomes a longevity guy instead of getting these dudes that are,
Oh, he's trying to build a tree.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. We get these dudes like Kellen Moore, and then it's like, you've been here long enough, and then boom, I win the Super Bowl. Oh, no, I got to go take this head coaching job. I got to.
Hasn't Jalen Hurts had a different offensive coordinator every year he's been quarterback?
Ever since he was at Alabama, yes. Every single year.
Every single year. And they say this dude is butt.
And that is not hyperbole.
Nobody thinks he should have like consistency at offensive coordinator.
And you expect with a team like the Eagles that have been successful as they have been, there's going to be changeover, right? Like Shane Steichen was, considered the guy that got through to Jalen Hurts. He was the Jalen Hurts whisperer. And then he ended up in Indianapolis, and now look at his quarterbacks. Well, even though Daniel Jones did look good this year, but for the most part, they went out and got Anthony Richardson. So yeah. And then, Kellen Moore, like Jack said, who's a head coach now, had the Saints playing damn good, at the end of the season. So I don't know. I don't know, man.
Shout out to the Eagles. Good job.
But back to America, saying Ilhan Omar, got ran up on yesterday with some apple cider vinegar, I believe it was. But
that really happened. I thought you were.
Yes, no, and she came out like she was ready to throw hands.
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
But people are saying it was staged and fake.
So this is one of the problems that is a byproduct of this new generation that we live in, this new world we live in, of AI generated video, right? So there are at least two videos right now that I can think of that people are saying are either AI or fake. One is the Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, I hope I didn't mispronounce her name, the attack there. And then the second one is the Pettit gentleman. There's been a Petty video that that makes it seem, and I don't know if this video is real or if it's fake, but he kicked the car before he got shot, and that's why they ended up getting out the car and coming back and shooting him.
Well, no. So that was, they were saying that he was at a previous
Ah, okay.
You know,
Right.
so
But
they,
even there,
yeah,
they're saying that they're still saying that that's internet. That's
right,
AI.
right,
In some cases,
right.
people are saying it. And so remember, I'm not thinking I talked to a movie about. So Jackie always talked to movies. So I got a movie called Mountainhead, which starred Rami Youssef, and a few other, like I think Steve Carell was in it. Was Steve Carell in it? Anyway, it was like people that are really well known. Steve Carell's
on
in it,
HBO Max.
on HBO Max, and it talks about these 4 billionaires that meet at this location called Mountainhead. It's a mountain resort that's like an extremely exclusive thing, and they meet every year to just have like homeboys hang out weekend. And the rule is like you can't have like no heels, no deals, no meals. So they couldn't have like catered meals, they couldn't have women, and they couldn't have no business deals. But one of the guys that's at the space, he owns the fake world equivalent of X or Twitter, right? And another guy, and on the X thing, he just had released this brand new version of AI where the restrictions that are in AI that to stop us from doing really, really terrible things with AI, they removed all of them. So people can make videos that literally made anything look really, really real. So they had stuff like they would have videos of people, like they'll have a video that made it look like there was a group of black guys that had loaded up their guns, were going to invade this white community, or this group of Palestinians that had loaded up some rockets and were heading into into Israel to do something like. And so they were posting these images online, and the world was reacting to it. And then one of the other guys actually owned the fact checker that could tell you what was wrong, like that it wasn't real, so you could separate the real stuff from the fake stuff. We are getting very, very close to that place, and it's scary. It should terrify all of us.
Well, we're already there.
No, we're not there yet, because we're not to the place where I think about this all the time. Video is very admissible in court. Video is very admissible in court. So if somebody could, let's say you had a court case coming up, and someone alleged that you committed a nefarious crime. Oh, edit that. He raped this lady, and you were like, no, you were innocent. You were in a completely different place. And then, in preparation for that, somebody generated a video of you, literally, like a video that looks like it's you doing that assault on a woman. And there's no recourse for it. That is terrifying. That to me, when we're getting to a place where literally people saw this thing happen to Ilhan Omar. People saw this man walk in and attack this lady. And the number one response I've seen is, one, it's AI generated, or two, it's staged. People don't think anything is real anymore.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I'm getting off.
That's scary. That is scary. It's just it's if
Get off
you
on
want to
your
think
own
about it, right? If you think about it, right, it's the exact same thing that President Trump tried to do with the election. It's, if I lost, it can't be real. It has to be rigged. And just because he said it was rigged, there are a group of people, Jack, to your point earlier, there are people who will say, oh, maybe it is rigged, because one person said it was. Back to the Obama book, he talks about the fact that you mentioned earlier, 2-5, the ascension of Trump to the presidency. Barack Obama talks about the fact that when Trump first started doing the birtherism stuff, most people ignored him. But there was a segment of people, not just Fox News, CNN was bringing him on to talk about birtherism. And it gained traction because we refused to turn it off. And now this person has the largest platform in the world. That is something, this thing that we see with Ilhan Omar, this thing that we see with Mr. Predit, what's his name? Last name?
Pretty.
These things are happening on video, and we don't know if they're real or not.
Yeah, so there was
It's
there was a video that came out, and I know I saw it from Fox News, where he was kicking out the headlight and just doing all this stuff, spitting at people.
Yeah.
And so people were pointing out, like, Well, hey, that's the same outfit that he was wearing. That's why
Right.
when you brought up it was they were like
Right.
he's wearing the same clothes that he was wearing when he got
Is that
killed.
his protest outfit?
Yeah, like so that was the first thing that people were kind of like, what's
Well,
going
he
on?
had the same jacket on, but
Yeah,
It was
people
the
were
same
trying
pants
to.
too. It was the same.
It was the
pants
same
too.
pants too. Yeah,
Oh, well, he's a
then,
nurse though.
but then it was talking about
He wasn't
So
in
he
nurse
wears-
clothes. He wasn't in nurse clothes. He was not in
Hey,
scrubs.
have you seen?
wasn't in
Have
scrubs,
you seen
bro.
some of these scrubs that they made, man?
but then they were saying like how you to do to the headlights or whatever he allegedly did to the car, like you had to be like superhuman strength to pull off that feat and things
Yeah.
like that. Like I don't know if
That's
it's
not
real or
true,
not. I don't know
but-
if it's real or not. But that,
What's
that
his
is
name?
Just
scary.
kick a car and break its tail like
That
that.
is
What was his name?
That is his name. His last name is Preddy. What's his
I thought it
first
was
name? Alex Preddy.
Alex.
Yeah.
Does it
I know
pop
his
up?
first name.
Preddy. Okay.
Yeah,
Alex Preddy.
And
All right, let's see if I can find the video of him beating up the car.
This is
don't
really
ignore me, Riz.
Oh, hold
Don't
on.
ignore
Oh,
me, Riz.
I got you. Sorry.
Here we go. New footage shows him kicking.
Oh,
All right, let's see.
Okay.
I keep those.
Keep that thing on you. What are we
No,
talking
we
about?
having our own conversation here. Just keep doing what you do.
Oh,
you know,
my bad.
But I will just say, in this time, so we don't have dead air, that I don't care if he did it. Like that don't cause what happened. You know
It
what I mean?
doesn't.
And that's and if so, the problem is that ICE is at war with the Minneapolis PD because theoretically you would call the police or like report this dude and have him taken away, and he wouldn't
Right.
have been there for this
Right.
other thing to happen if this
Right.
is true. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah,
That was
not
my
ice
thought on
from
it.
the
Joe Budden podcast.
yeah,
That's
that ish
crazy.
need to stop acting like.
yeah, dog. Mm.
But yeah, so like that, because I've been seeing a lot of people where it's kind of like, oh, that changes everything. Like ICE was justified. He was agitating them. It
I
was
mean,
like-
can we just be? Never mind. I ain't gonna say.
no,
it.
be honest. Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
No, I'm
No.
gonna be honest.
No, just
I am
because
gonna
you
be
agitate
honest.
somebody doesn't mean you should get killed. Yes. that's
No,
what
I'm not
saying.
gonna say that. I was gonna say, who gives a shit? Why do we got to keep pretending like we care that much? Bottom line, stop being stupid. I don't care about I'm tired of everybody jumping to the conclusion that it's like, oh, we have to give a shit about this life. Like, bro, who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, stop being a dumbass.
We
Just
should
No,
stop
care
being
about human
stupid.
life.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
shouldn't.
should.
No, I shouldn't.
You
No, I
should.
shouldn't. I'm
You
tired of that.
should.
No, I shouldn't. I should care about people being stupid. Stop being stupid. There's no
No,
reason for you
because
to go
those
out here
things-
and try to be a vigilante. Stop
You're-
being a dumbass.
But there's a
If
bigger
it ain't got
picture.
no, because if it ain't got nothing to do with you, stand
There's a
back
bigger
and chill
picture.
out.
There's a
Why are
bigger
you
picture.
out here trying to attack people
There's a bigger
because you
picture.
feel
What
like
if you-
this group of people are evil?
What have you been saying this whole time about social media and the things that you see and the effect that it has
That's
on
the
people?
point.
Well,
we
if you
care
let me
about a
finish,
bunch of shit.
well, if you let me finish my point, because that ain't what I'm
finished.
that ain't what I'm talking about. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about law enforcement around the nation seeing these things and these reactions and being on edge. You know what I'm saying? That directly affects you because you run into the wrong cop on the wrong day, wrong law enforcement on the wrong day. And you know what I'm saying? And this is not a PSA that law enforcement ain't shit. I support law enforcement. I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying
Support
that
it.
they're human too. You know what I'm saying? And they see that their brothers in arms or whatever the case may be are being treated a certain way, spoken about a certain way. That could affect you the next time you get pulled over. The next time that you decide to say something to a cop, that ain't even that out of pocket, but he just don't like your tone.
No, that is not an AI video.
You know what I'm saying? What was that, Bernie Mac? Or no, what was that movie? No, it was Players Club. You know what I'm saying? Hands on the car, you
Yeah.
run into the wrong cop on the wrong day, he'll pop you.
Yeah.
That's why you should care.
Yeah, I will always. I think, and I understand, Jack. I definitely. I never want you to feel as though when you say things that I'm like, nah, it's just crazy. Like some of the things you say are crazy and ridiculous, but this is not one of the things that you said that I thought was crazy and ridiculous. But I think that we should always care when human lives are at risk.
Okay, let me make a caveat.
Can I finish my
No,
statement?
go ahead.
Before you
Go
make
ahead.
a caveat?
Finish your
All right,
statement.
thanks.
I'm sorry.
I'm a big, and I talk about this all the time. I'm a big believer in the law. I'm a big believer in the fact that we pay taxes to make sure our communities have things that they need. One of the things that our community needs is police, right? We need police. We need policing in our communities. I don't want the people that we pay to protect us to kill us. ICE uses government taxpayer dollars to put these people on the street. And I'm using the word people very loosely. Because these people, we've talked about this, I think a couple weeks ago. I know we were trying to stay away from even talking about this thing. But these people are out there unregulated, wearing masks and street clothes and just running up on people. That could be our kids. That could be us just driving down the street in the wrong neighborhood. And now there's an ICE raid and they're pulling us out of cars saying, where are you from? And when we exercise our right as Americans,
locked up a black mayor. Like they locked up a mayor.
We exercise our American right to say, yo, you shouldn't be doing this. They mistreat people and they kill people. We should care about that.
And even with the Alex Petty thing, and this is the last thing I'll say about it. You know what I'm saying? You got like 5-6 dudes jumping on a dude. So if he did grab his gun, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's self-defense too.
Can I ask you a question too far?
But you have to remember, they actually shot him while holding
with his gun. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Took his gun.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then shot him 9 times.
Right.
Well, I don't want to be interrupting Cal anymore because y'all keep attacking me. So I'm just
for interrupting us.
Yeah. So I'm just asking. Can I ask a question?
That's cool. Oh no, go ahead, my guy.
Well, you did,
Please.
and then you kept talking.
I didn't.
2-5.
I do dramatic,
and it hurt my feelings.
I love you. Don't do that.
But no. Have y'all ever had to subdue a suspect? Either one of y'all? Have y'all ever had a situation where you had to bring down one man who was acting crazy?
Great question.
I'm not being a smart ass.
No, that's a great question. Now, I'm going to say no, and then I'm going to respond with this. How much training have I received on doing it?
0. That's
okay.
true.
Okay.
Yes. So
2-5, have you?
I have not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, 2-5, how much training have you received on subduing the victim and de-escalation techniques?
Well, I did learn how to beat people with an asp.
But did you learn de-escalation techniques?
No, I did not.
Did you learn escalation of force?
I almost caused an international incident, actually, but we'll talk about that another time.
These are things
off air.
These are things that police officers. Hey, Jack, you know how long this is. How long the police academy?
It is. Oh my God, I think it's 6 months. It's like 4 months to do the actual academy, but it's like 6 months before you're actually graduating. You got to do your OJT. How long is the ICE training? And it's I don't know. I don't even know if they really do training.
Oh, they changed it. They changed it to 47 days.
ICE training is 47 days.
47 days. I think that was
a month and a half.
Because 47.
So it's a month and a half for you to learn
everything.
Rules of engagement, escalation of force, de-escalation, how to subdue a suspect, and also learning your Miranda rights, learning
going door to door.
Sorry, just because I'm answering your question. So before it was 22 weeks, then it went down to 8 weeks, which is the 47 days that they do now.
8 weeks is how long we do basic training. In basic training, in 8 weeks, you are not prepared for your job. You're quote unquote a soldier, but you still don't know anything.
You haven't even done
in
AIT.
8 weeks. Yeah.
You haven't
in
even
8
done
weeks.
AIT.
You've learned how to get in shape and fire a rifle at a target.
Right.
That's it.
Right. And these people are going from Sonics and Best Buy or just unemployed
to being a big dog with a gun
and getting a $50,000 signing bonus.
and going neighborhood to neighborhood and trying to identify illegal immigrants.
Okay, so this was going to be my next question, and I know we don't want to take too long on this, but
We already have
what I
it.
was gonna but now what I was gonna say is, as a former law enforcement person, official,
were.
whatever you want to call me,
With training.
I would after watching this video. This is all I want to say because I know somebody out there is going to get pissed off about it. Alex Preddy attacked a vehicle, got subdued by 5 guys, and was left to live another day, free reigns, nothing. They put him on the ground. All the civilians around this video, and it's not AI because as a guy who uses AI a lot, this ain't AI.
Okay.
There's a bunch of civilians that came and asked. I think, honestly, side note, I think the AI thing is just another piece of propaganda that we're going to start using. So they're trying to make this a thing.
I'm with that.
So they can, when things happen in the future,
Yep.
it'll always be known as, oh, that's AI, and we got to check that, blah, blah, blah. But either way, the civilians were all out here, F you, stop, whatever. They let him go, right? They let him go. He spit on these people he spit on Buddy before he closed the door, right?
Okay.
And then he kicked the light off of the expedition. It's not you don't have to be a superhero to do what he did on that particular vehicle. And I only say that because I like cars. And the way he kicked that, if you have a steel toe boot on, 1,000% I can go outside and kick my wife's Navigator light out right now. But he got up. He got up to go home to his family. He got up to live another day. He got up to go back to work and be regular Alex. What did he choose to do? He decided to go back outside
in the same clothes,
in his Batman outfit,
in his protesting outfit,
and he decided to attack again. And the thing is, he did it because he got away with it the first time, and that's the part that nobody's gonna say out loud because it sounds wrong.
I don't hate that.
But he got away with it the first time.
I don't necessarily disagree. I still don't think.
And I'm not saying he got away with it saying that he should die.
He didn't deserve to die.
I'm not. Let me clear that. I'm not saying
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
He should not have died.
No,
he got away with it.
Right.
So he was like, "Oh, I can do this shit again, and they're not gonna mess with me."
So since you know what? So since ICE is so fucking lawless, once these 5 dudes are done beating his ass, you know what I'm saying? Throw him in the damn car and take him to the police station.
Or confiscate his weapon and leave.
He has the right as an American citizen.
Right. No.
And
that's a whole nother topic that we ain't got enough time.
Yeah,
to
we really don't have time for that.
Now, now they keep changing this whole don't walk around.
Don't come to a protest with a gun.
Yeah. Which is
America, people.
I was around for 2020.
I'm in Texas. You think I'm not walking around with a gun?
I was around for 2020. I remember the protest that those people were doing and the anti-protest that people were doing and how they were showing up with weapons on hand.
Did we forget about Kyle Rifleman Rittenhouse?
Anyway, we're not going to do it.
Hey, did we forget about
so relationship time, y'all. Get your ladies close by. Well, actually, keep your lady away so you can surprise her.
Yeah, surprise.
But before Rez gets in on his hot, sexy moment, I just want everybody out there to know, like, bro, you have the power to control you and you only. And I understand that there are things that are happening around the world. Like I said in my big old soliloquy, you have a community right around you, and you don't know your neighbor's name. But you can tell me today what's going on in Ukraine, Africa, South America, and in another state that is at least 800 miles away from you.
And don't forget, people saying we about to go to war with Iran.
Oh, yeah, that's who. We're going to war with Iran now. So it's like, just please, I am begging people. When you wake up in the morning, at least 30 minutes to an hour, don't touch your phone, dog. Disable the alarm and just be.
Go stretch.
Just be. Like, you don't need that. You don't need your phone to get dressed in the morning. You don't need your phone to go to work. You go to work every day. You know exactly how to get there. You don't need your phone. Like, we need to get away from this because it's tearing us apart. You don't know who your neighbor is. Like, that's crazy. You don't know the person that lives right next door to you, but you're worried about something going on in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Like, we gotta fix that. Go ahead, Rez.
Relationtip.
All right, I'm gonna say something simple. I'm gonna say something really simple. For this one, Relationtip, fellas, listen up. All right. So this is what I'm gonna give you out this week, right? Because we are men, we're logical, and I get it, right? We think men are from Mars, women are from Venus, yada yada yada.
And we think with our penis.
Listen to understand, not to respond. This is my relationship for this week. When your lady is speaking to you, when your ladies are speaking to you, when the ladies are speaking to you, sometimes they're going to be talking a way that you don't want to hear it. Listen through it. Listen to the words between the words. Listen with the purpose of understanding what she actually means versus what she's actually saying sometimes. Because a lot of times people don't know how to say the words they really want to say. So they give you what they have. So learn to listen, process, and then feed her back what you understood that she said. And once you established that you understand what she said, then respond to what she said, displaying the understanding. That very simple thing will save you from a lot of arguments. And as I've told my friends several times, sometimes when you do that, you'll recognize that y'all actually agree on the thing. You just disagree on the definitions of what things mean. So sometimes you have to actually go back and define what words mean. I can remember one time, me and my wife, and I've already told the story, please let me know. Me and my wife were having an argument. We were driving back from Columbia. We went for lunch, and we got to this argument about something. And I realized that we'd been arguing for a while. And I was like, yo, wait, when you say this word, what do you mean? And she was like, oh, I mean this. I was like, oh, I don't mean that when I say this. I think that's terrible. This is what I mean by that word. And she was like, oh, yeah. Oh, no, I agree with that. And it killed the entire argument. Because two people were able to pull their emotions out and just say, what are we actually arguing about? What do we actually disagree about? And in order to do that, I had to stop thinking of cool retorts that sound really cool and like I'm getting her and I'm winning the argument, and instead try to build the relationship and build understanding with my wife. So speak, listen to understand, not to respond.
Yeah, I got a retort. Because women always talk about like, I wish he would communicate more. He doesn't communicate, and they don't even know how to speak.
But that's the case in a lot of cases, right? In a lot of cases, that's absolutely it, right? So people can only operate up to their level of understanding.
No, but I'm talking about us as the other person in the relationship.
Yeah,
we have to pick up on cues and be like, oh, she said fine, but that doesn't mean good. Like, we got stop playing all these damn games and learn how to talk. Maybe y'all need to go to the damn therapist.
No, something as simple as like, you're disrespecting me or you're being disrespectful.
2-5
right?
hates women.
Oh, whoa, Jesus.
No, I just want accountability across the board. That's
he
all.
hates women splaining.
So disrespect. Like a woman says, okay, you're disrespecting me, or you're coming home too late, right? At what point do we stop that and say, hey, okay, what do you consider disrespect? Or what do you consider too late? Because maybe what you really want, what you're saying is, I came home at 3, and
you want me here at 2:30
by before 2, or if I'm going to be out a little bit later than you, then we like, I want you home by 12, but I want you to call me if you plan on being out after 12. Call me to let me know, so I won't expect you and I won't worry. Like things like that, you can easily outline in conversation. It's not so hard.
Much easier if they just say that.
But sometimes you got to get people there though. 2-5, like you got.
Nah, 2-5 is funny as hell, bro.
You have to get people there.
No, but we only do that with them. We don't do that with each other.
No, like, you know what? Like, no, you're not wrong.
I literally do that with my friends. I literally do that with y'all. There's times we're talking with them.
Yeah, but it's different with us.
Wait. No, it's not.
It 100% is, bro.
I
Even
don't
though we
think it
don't want to
is.
admit it, it
It's
is.
different because I'm not trying to have sex with either of y'all. That's the only difference
Yes,
between me
it's
talking to y'all and me
different
talking to my
because
wife.
it's different because look like this, right? Me and you can have a conversation. All three of us can have a conversation, right? And we can literally be like, "Man, shut the fuck up." None of us are gonna be like, "Man, fuck this dude. I'm not his friend no more." It'll be like, "All right, yo, hey, wait, we kind of mad right now," or like we'll throw a joke in or something.
With
You know
or
what I
joking,
mean?
right? Right, yeah.
You can't do that with a woman. It'll
Well, because
be,
it's
yo, because thank you.
but it's
Wait,
well,
because you'll get to the
because
man. Shut
you
the fuck
define
up.
because you define but wait, what do you learn in that situation? You
I never
learn.
told you it was okay to tell me to shut the fuck up.
I never told him that either. But what I'm saying is, with us, it would be like that, right? Because we don't consider it disrespect. But there are certain things that you can say to us that we would absolutely find disrespectful,
Correct. Yeah.
right? Just like with your wife, you got to baseline that. All right, dude, I said this thing, it upset her. Oh, Dip, I didn't realize that you don't want me to say that to you. And she
I
would
think
think
the
you shouldn't
biggest
say that to anybody. Like, no, me and my homeboys, when we chat, well, I'm not your homeboys. Don't talk to me like that. You right, my bad, won't do it
I
again.
think the
It's
problem
not
with
hard.
that is, I think the problem with that is though, and it might be this is definitely not a generalized thing, but it is something that's becoming more and more rampant. Women are becoming way too comfortable with being disrespectful to men. And we're getting to a place in the world where it's almost wrong to tell your wife, "I'm your husband. Respect me on that." It's getting to a place now where the whole happy wife happy life thing is now becoming only the wife is happy, and as a husband you just got to deal with the shit on all levels. And it's a lot of these dudes, a lot of the younger ones especially, like girls are starting to talk. It sounds messed up, but women are starting to talk back, like talk crazy to you, like you are not a grown man.
Okay,
They
so
will
let's have a
literally
conversation. I love this. Let's have
You
a
mind
conversation.
your tongue with me, young lady.
No, I love
nah,
this.
but for real, because
No,
like
no,
think
I
about
understand what you're
it.
saying. I understand what you're
If she
saying. But
call you
I
a
want you,
bitch ass nigga,
I want
right?
you to think about the society. Think about the society we're living in right now. Because I know you had a topic that we sort of were going to talk about. We didn't get to about marriage, right? So let's think about this on multiple levels. One, when men had the power to say, "Respect me, I'm your husband," what was on the other side of that?
No. See, let's not do that.
No,
Because
I'm
we can
telling you.
do 15 years ago. We don't have to go all the way back like most people try to.
15 years ago, that was still the move. What
Yes,
was it?
and it
Let's
wasn't.
just no,
It
and I'm
wasn't.
not
You were
saying
just gonna be broke without me.
I'm not saying no, not that. No, not that.
I thought he was
And I'm
talking
not.
about slapping her.
I thought he
I'm
was talking about
talking
beating
about
her ass
that's what
too.
I'm
But like,
talking about.
Yeah, disciplining her.
There
yeah,
was
but
actual there was actual violence on the other side of that. I'm your husband, you will respect me, or there will be consequences.
but
We took that
also
off. Wait. We took that off the table because we're better men than our forefathers were.
no,
The
it's not
question is,
always that though. Because it's
wait,
also when do you respect me as a man? You cannot just talk
but
to
that's
me
the
like
thing.
that.
It's the same thing that I talk about when I talk about money, right? When we take away money, what makes you the man of your house when it's not because I pay all the bills? If that's what you need to be the man of the house, you're not the man of the
Yeah,
house.
it's not the man. Yeah, correct.
Just like if you need to be able to physically harm somebody to make them respect you, you're not respected.
Correct.
So, how do we as men establish within our family? Because I promise you this, in my house, and I don't do no violence, there's no financial abuse, there's no, like, I'm respected in my home. Because of my relationship, the baseline is respect. That's on my end, that's on her end. I'm not calling her crazy names, she's not calling me crazy names. When we
Right.
get mad, we talk about things like adults. I understand that that's not the norm for everybody. But what I'm saying is that should be aspirational for everybody. And it starts from we lead with respect. I don't have to call you out your name to get you to understand that I'm the man, that I'm your man,
But
that I'm
what I
here to
want
protect
you to understand is I think there's a generational gap here that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of dudes younger than y'all, because
Yes.
y'all are in y'all's 40s.
Yes.
I'm in my 30s. There are people my age
Yes.
and younger who
Yes.
are with women who have been on social media who have been
Yes.
raised in single parent homes, who have been raised in
You're
this
naming it.
newer
You're naming it.
generation. But
You're
what I'm
naming it.
saying, and what do those dudes do? Because you don't want them leaving their families. You don't want them
Mhm.
to sacrifice all this whatever because of a simple emotion. But at the same
Mhm.
exact time, when you have a woman who does not view her actions as disrespect,
Mhm.
what is that man supposed to do? And this is where we get to this lock of a circle where we're still doing the same thing, because
No, you're right.
now you want men to be more respectful. But with the men being more respectful, then you got women that are more disrespectful.
Uh-huh.
There's no solution here,
I
because
got you. No, there's a solution.
at a
There's a
point
solution.
it becomes effeminate, and
No,
now
no,
you're a bitch.
no, bro. There is a
Like,
solution. So I'm gonna start you from square one. Let's start at square one. One, we have to pick our wives better. That's the first thing. Because I
that's
promise you,
correct.
the same thing she's calling you while you're married, she called you when y'all were dating. So you already knew that was there. You already knew that it was there. And you married her anyway.
That's true.
You married her
Okay.
anyway. So, secondly, you mentioned we have a whole generation of women that are being raised by single moms. And guess who else being raised by single moms largely?
These bitch ass
The
niggas.
men. The men. So not only do the women not know what a healthy relationship with a two-parent household not look like, the men don't. So the men are mimicking what they see. The men are mimicking what they see from women, and they expect what they saw from whom? Their moms. And
Right.
the single moms do the best they can. I promise you. This
No,
is
no,
not
hey, no,
bashing.
no, 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 no,
I'm talking. I'm talking me. Single moms do the best job they can with the information that they have to raise the best children they have. But we know for a fact, the statistics prove that children that come from two-parent households are just more likely to be better off. But we have these two-parent households that are coming together, and they're two parents who come from toxic situations, and they don't know how to manage a relationship. So they're leading with disrespect because nobody taught them respect without there being violence or financial abuse attached to it, which goes back to my original point. We have to aspire to better. We, as the older statesmen, have to talk to our young men as though we expect them to be married one day, as though we expect them to have families one day, as though we expect them to have children that they're going to raise, who are going to raise up in their homes and watch, because people are like the marriages are actually lasting longer now than they ever have in a very long time. Like for the first time ever, I think they said that the marriage rate hasn't the divorce rate hasn't increased for the first time in a really long time. So people are getting married and staying married. That's happening. The question is, when you're in this relationship with this person that does have toxic habits, how do you not become, like you said, an effeminate man and become all kinds of things? Preserve your self-respect and your self-esteem while also bringing your family into the place that you need them to be to nurture you as a man. Because I don't become the man that I am today without my wife being the woman that she is today.
And that's a great point that you make. You don't, because your wife is supposed to be a good thing, right?
Yes, that's what the Bible
Right?
says.
That's what the
We
Bible
both read the
says, right?
Bible. Go
Your wife's
Jesus.
supposed to be a good thing. Go Jesus. Jesus, my homie.
That's right.
But this is the thing. This is the thing, right? I think the biggest issue that we all run away from, especially in today's society, where you do the thing where you want to big up women because women matter and they're so hurt and whatever. Single moms suck compared to single dads. The outcomes, the statistics are there. Kids that are raised with single fathers versus kids that are raised with single moms. The kids that are raised with single fathers, the outcome typically resembles the household with both parents. Versus kids that are raised by single moms, the outcome is 1 out of 4 kids will be in poverty, 1 out of 4 kids will be in jail, 1 out of 4 kids grows up to be statistically a piece of shit. So we need to get out of this place where we keep big upping women. Women have gotten to a place where if you look on social media right now today, and I hate to do this, but if you look on social media and you see videos about girls, what do girls say? You're the prize, you deserve it, you're a boss ass bitch, blah, blah, blah. It don't matter if you don't have a job. It don't matter if you do this. It don't matter if you do it. Girl, you got it. You are a boss. Understand that, own it. What do men get? We get the total opposite. Hey, if you're not doing your job, you need to man up and figure it the fuck out. If you're not doing what you're supposed
Shout
to do,
out to Dirk
fix that shit.
Jackson.
Like, It's like, bro, at the end of the day, women have gotten so much applause for just existing. And in all actuality, that's not okay. And this is not a red pill conversation.
It's
That is
not.
not okay.
No, it's not a red pill conversation because we have
And
we
We
have
created
multiple
monsters.
perspectives.
like we have created this, like
Yeah.
2-5 just said, we have created a monster. And for the dudes, you said these dudes are choosing to marry these girls. However, this is the majority of what's out there. So if I'm expecting to marry somebody, you can't
not.
sit up here and tell that. Yes, it is.
It's not. It's not.
It
It's the
is.
majority of the
It's
internet.
the loudest. It's the loudest.
It's the
Okay,
loudest.
it's the loudest. But what do we?
It's
What do
just
we?
like
Negativity
it's,
just stand- the
it's
negative
just like if you
just
it's
stands
just like
out
if you
more.
said it's just like if you said that the majority of Republicans are MAGA. It's not true. It's just the loudest Republicans. Like the majority of Republicans are not MAGA. Just like the
Okay,
majority of women are
so
not
this is-
what we see on the internet.
But this is the part. This is the part where y'all are out of y'all's lane because y'all are too old. Y'all ain't in the clubs.
You don't
Y'all
think we have
talk
the
to
internet?
dudes that are young. The internet is not real.
But Jack, wait, Jack. You know where I would never find a woman if I was single? Never ever in life.
But do you know how many
In a
people have
club.
found? But do you know how
In a
many
club.
people your age have found women in the club and it was cool because back then it was normal.
No, but I'm
And
talking.
women were still
But
moral.
no, but Jack, I'm having a man conversation right now. I'm
Yes,
having a man as a man. I will never find a woman in a club.
but Rez, you can't just sit up here and say statistically.
No,
I mean,
no,
not
I,
statistically,
no,
but you
because
can't
no,
just say
because
that if she's in the club,
because
she's trash.
the thing that you went to was social media in the club.
Because
that's what
where
you went
most
to.
people gather to meet. Social media now and the club. That's where they typically gather, or work,
Right.
or school.
Do you think? Okay, what percentage of women on social media do you think are quote unquote baddies? What percentage?
25%.
So that means that 75% of women are not. Is that a majority?
No, but the baddies are not the problem. It's
And
the
I'm not-
regular
no,
motherfuckers who think they're baddies.
No, I'm not talking. You see, that's the thing. No, and I think no. So I want to make sure I'm being clear because again, definitions matter, right? I'm talking about baddie mindset,
Yes.
not actual gorgeous women or anything like that.
Yeah,
baddie
that's
mindset.
what I mean.
Because most
That's
of the women that have baddie
75%.
mindset aren't that nice,
They're sixes,
right? So,
but you deserve it.
and I think that is 25% of the internet, and I think 25 is probably high. Because the
It
vast
probably
majority of women don't. That's the people we give attention to. It's just like on the Outkast song. I mean the Andre 3000 song. Behold a lady. I see you standing on the wall. Clap, clap. You deserve it all. Like he's talking about the fact that there are wonderful, beautiful women who aspire to great things, who have great careers, who want to have a good man, who will treat you right, who will cook dinner, who will raise your children the right way, who will treat you with respect, and we ignore them.
Okay. I like this conversation. I know we're going long, but let's just give it 10 more minutes, if it's even needed. But what about the simple fact that you got to be honest? If you're an ugly
I'm always
dude,
honest.
if you're an ugly guy who's
Can't
not,
relate.
if you're not technically attractive, right? And the rule of attraction typically is symmetrical face. Everything probably lines up. You're relatively an attractive guy, right? If
Trust
you're
God,
not,
trust God, hoodie.
if you're not one of those, right? And you're just a regular dude with regular
With an
money,
Eagles hat on.
not bullshit.
Just a regular dude with
Hey,
an Eagles hat
no,
on.
you got to say the whole thing. A
Well-
pimp named Slickback.
You're a regular dude with an Eagles hat on. You got some toys behind you. Kobe poster. Go for it. Explain them.
If you're just a regular dude with regular money,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and you're out here
There
trying to
is a lot
find.
to unpack here, though.
No, but
So
if
much.
if you're out here trying to find a regular girl, right?
Yeah.
Because of the baddie mindset, like you just said, that is the perfect way.
Yeah.
Because of the baddie mindset, regular people are losing out on good lives because everybody that has a
Aspires to.
vagina on the internet has been
Aspires
told
to.
that she deserves this dude that makes six figures or more, is 6 foot tall, and has the biggest penis in the world. All of them believe it, whether they look like Magilla Gorilla or Halle Berry. They all believe it now. So the
The way you
dude,
describe women is so interesting.
because bro, if you're a buffalo, you're a buffalo. Like, we gotta stop this.
Buffalo
We
Bills.
gotta no Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo butt. Jack
No, I
talking
understand.
about. Jack is talking to all you bookmans out there.
Whoa.
God.
What's happening now?
No, my main point is this: regular people are losing
Say
out
more after
because the
dark.
the internet is making people feel like they deserve more than they really do.
Yeah.
And this is my biggest issue with the whole yes movement. We got to get back to telling people, hey, sweetheart, you are not as cute as you think you are. We got to get back to telling, hey, buddy, just because you got money, you cannot just get any girl in the world, dog. You are ugly as hell, and you deserve her right there. And y'all should be having ugly ass kids together, which is typically not true. Most of the time, two ugly people actually produce some rare breed of pretty, and then like it's like a glitch in the matrix.
Right now.
It's a glitch in the matrix.
There's an offline conversation that I have to have with y'all about that topic, but I'm not going to do that right here. No, but that's serious. So to your
not
point,
to the dudes, to the dudes that are married to these women that disrespect them.
Yeah, no.
What do you think they should do?
So
They should
one,
leave.
choose better.
No. Let's not do that. Let's be honest and say that they're stuck or they're happy.
No, Jack. I 100% say if you are in a relationship and you are being mistreated, because men are mistreated too, walk away before you do something that's going to get you in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
That's what because it's not worth it to put yourself in a situation where you're being battered and bruised, you're being mentally and emotionally abused, which is absolutely happening to men, and then one day you snap and you do something you're going to regret for the rest of your life because you'll be sitting in jail.
That's true.
So I would 100% say, put your mask on, save yourself, walk away if it's that bad. If it's just we have disagreements and she get a little flour in her mouth sometimes, and truth be told, a lot of dudes like that nonsense and they encourage it.
They're
back
weird. They're weird as hell.
Back to the fact that like
toxic.
Right. It's weird.
And it reminds me of my
really
mama.
Weird.
Them type of dudes. Them type of dudes. It reminds me of my mama.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So, like, I 100% would recommend that you walk away. If that's the case, nobody deserves to be mistreated. Nobody deserves to be abused. Nobody deserves to be talked to in those types of ways. So, if you need to do that to save yourself, walk away, save yourself. And I'd say the same thing to ladies. Ladies, if you feel like you're being abused and this gentleman is not, he's not treating you the way you should, walk away. You have the right to do that. But understand that there are good men and good women out here. I understand that the dating pool has piss in it. I've been told about it by many people. I understand people are on another thing, which is why I thank God that I found the love of my life and that I'm going to be with her until I die. Period. I'm really glad about that.
And it's sad because it's only a 10-year gap, but it is sad that how big of that difference is.
Because you got to remember, like in our age group, the internet was becoming a real thing as we were graduating high school. So y'all
are the American Pie generation.
Yeah, like Facebook and all that stuff didn't come until like 10 years later.
Right. Yeah, I remember when I joined Facebook in 2009. It's crazy.
Yeah, and you actually had to actually be able to have a conversation with somebody and get to know them. There was no, hey, like what's a Bella Danger up to today?
This guy, Bella Danger, dog.
Well, yeah, I will say, obviously we're at the end of this, but I will say, all the dudes watching, man, my favorite book in the world is Way of the Superior Man. Please go and check that out, man. One of the biggest things in that book is
what? This dude just said that his favorite book in the world is.
Oh,
I said, no, I didn't, and I'm gonna let you get off your terrible point so I can fix it. Go ahead, because I didn't say that. I said one of my favorite books in the world. And I edit this pod. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll make sure to leave this all in. I said one of my favorite books in the world is The Way of the Superior Man. And one of the best things in that book that it says is when you're dating your woman, understand one thing and one thing only. You cannot change who she is. Who she is when you meet her, who she is when you get to know her, who she is when you marry. She's going to be that same woman. And if you don't like her core character, then she's not the one for you, and don't entertain it because you cannot change her. That's
Even
all I
if
was
you
going to
like
say.
her while she's naked.
Yeah. My favorite
Yes.
book. My favorite book is The Legacy Guide to Becoming Him.
Who is the author of that book?
Crazy. Look, it's
Ray
crazy
John
because
Lewis.
I only got a little bit left. It's crazy.
You haven't
So
quoted my book once yet in the podcast. We got
can't wait to go back and let's go back to the archives and check that out because that's a lie. But hey,
Oh, you did quote.
whatever.
You quoted. You quoted.
No,
once.
that's cool. No, don't worry.
I'm just saying, like, you know,
I'm
you
a
can
terrible
find us
friend.
on my website, www.lewlegacy. LewLegacy.com. Go ahead and get your copy today.
See how long it took him to find his book? See how I just pulled it up?
I had to open a new box.
See how I just put it up right here?
I had to open a new box.
I didn't have to open the books. It's the first book on my desk.
No, I know you didn't.
It's the first book on my desk.
I have books. I have stacks of them that I have not sold yet.
Hey, Riz,
so
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this, but I gotta be an asshole.
All right, take us all home, Jack. I'm telling you, with friends like that.
As always, we appreciate everyone who tunes in, whether you're a first-time listener or a last-time listener. We're just three guys with a perspective, hoping to deliver a diverse way of thinking. Open dialogue always, always, always expands intelligence. Say less. Say more.
Joe Budden Podcast.
Becoming him. LewLegacy.com. $20. I sign it, I autograph it, and I send it directly to you. Get your copy today.
All right, say bye.
Bye.